So yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of prominent people. You got, The Shy and all types of little shows that and The Shy, I'm just happy there's actual real people from Chicago with a hand in that.
But it's amazing watching those kind of shows and seeing the people that you did theater shows with, or that came to your shows, or that you went and saw their shows and admired them, and seeing them pop up in all these really amazing shows. It's just like, of course they're supposed to be there. You know what I mean? It feels right. I just feel like Chicago has just had so much talent, and I think it all comes out of the shared struggle of just making it through the cold every year. You know what I mean? There's something powerful about the spirit there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No cap. Definitely. Yeah, so that's freaking awesome. Like, did you take any art classes or anything like that, or it just came naturally?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it pretty much came naturally. But I think natural talent is good to have, because when you have natural talent, it's almost like, oh, look, this kid has a penchant to be an artist and you'll be trained. But even if you don't have natural talent, you can still make it to the skill level that somebody with natural talent has. I think natural talent just gives you a more focus, and people around you might help, be more inclined to help you if they think that their effort is going into something that might eventually grow into something bigger. But I did go to school, and then once I was identified as a person who had like artistic talent, I had a bunch of art teachers who were like amazing, and they came out of the woodwork to really spend a lot of time with me. And then I ended up going to school for theater. I went to college as a theater major. So I've studied theater in college, and then out of college I started doing business stuff. So I had a little bit of the show, a little bit of the business by the time I got here. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, that's very important.
So I'm guessing you got like a little bit of a musical background, like actual musicals and things. Yeah, you got. I looked you up. You got a theater background. You went to theater school in Chicago, right?
No, I went to theater school I went to the University of Louisville, Kentucky. That's where I'm actually originally from.
Okay.
And moved to Chicago after college. I was about 23, and I just, it's about a 4.5, 5-hour drive. So I just put everything I had in the car and said, let's make it to Chicago. You know what I mean? I heard it's popping out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why Chicago? Because you heard like. Why Chicago? Because you heard like opportunities, or like did somebody tell you should come to Chicago?
Well, I figured if I fall flat on my face, I could just
go back
home and go home.
Yeah.
I was only about 5 hours away. It was closer than New York. I didn't want to go further south because I was already in Kentucky. And, some parts could be a little, I don't want to go further south. So, I was either going to go to New York or Chicago or Los Angeles, you know what I mean? But Chicago was the closest, and I figured everybody goes to New York and everybody's going to go to Los Angeles, but who's going to try to start their acting career off in Chicago? Maybe it'll be less competition, or maybe I'll find passionate teachers who are more about the work than they are about the money and fame and stuff like that. It can be about just how good can I get before, it becomes more of a commercial kind of undertaking than like an artistic undertaking.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. So you wanted to kind of get back to the root of acting and bring back the real essence. And you did that. And I think I wanted to
make money like everybody else.
Right.
But really, I also want to be respected for my artistic ability. I don't want to be like, overly sexualized, and I didn't want to be kind of put in a box. I wanted to be looked at as a person who should be allowed to do art because his art was good. You know what I mean? Not like, look at this guy, he looks good. Maybe throw him into something, throw him in that, and then use him up and he's out of here. I want to make something that I want my art to be the defining thing about it. And then people would have to wonder, like, who I am really, because my art, I feel like, is the thing I want to lead with most of all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully that's coming through. I've gotten a lot of compliments from people. So hopefully, as my projects start to come out and more work starts to be done, hopefully my intention will be there, you know what I mean, for what I want to do in the work.
Yeah, and you also want to leave with art being the most important thing and the main thing that people remember you for. Like leave the earth, because it's like you don't want the bull crap and like the other stuff, extra stuff, to be the things that people think about when they think of you. Maybe like your mistakes or whatever like that. You want them to think about your hard work. The things that you put effort into. You know what I'm saying, to show the world, instead of like maybe things you were trying to hide, or something like that, and then some hop out and then everybody remember you for one little negative thing or whatever. So yeah, I agree.
I think everybody has humanness. I think everybody's human, so no one's perfect. But I try to stay away from making a big splash in the publicity side of negativity and all that stuff. When I came in through Warner Brothers had this whole like kind of charm school thing. It's kind of weird to talk about it now.
Oh wow.
They had people from TMZ, they had Harvey Levin, and they had the guy who played Commissioner Gordon on Gotham, and all these people like come down and talk to us about how not to end up on TMZ. Like I had Harvey Levin explaining to me, like, don't do this, don't do that. You don't want to be on TMZ. Well, we're going to talk about you if you do this. We're going to talk about you if you do that. And really, like Warner Brothers wanted to give like first time stars of their leads of their shows, some kind of groundedness going into, the three-ring circus of Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
and I'm
dope.
actually really grateful for that because, now I see it as a benefit. I'm not starved for attention, so I'm not out here calling TMZ on myself or
anything. Well, you've been doing pretty well in the getting a job section, man. You've been doing well navigating.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm lucky, man. Definitely, man. I think I've ran into a lot of amazing people who have kept me in their mind, and they like my work. They like my work ethic, and I think that's about and most of the people I can have a beer with, people just want to be able to have a beer with. Just know that you're like a cool guy,
right,
not like just trying to use them. You know what I mean? Because you can imagine that everybody out here who has money or access to anything is always being like, well, can you do this for me, or can you do that for me? So they're always looking for the people who are going to be those users. I mean, so just don't be a user and be cool. I don't know. Be yourself and offer something. If you come with gifts, people want you to be at the party.
Right. Because it's easy to just kind of go with the flow and enjoy things until somebody says, "Hey, who the hell is this?"
Right.
You didn't want to be the who the hell is this guy.
Right. I wanted to come to the party with gifts and pass them out to as many people as I could until I was empty, and then go and get some more gifts. And I didn't want to be here to come to Hollywood and just take. I want that show. I want to be the number one guy doing this. I want to be the number one guy doing that. But how am I going to get there? What do I have to offer that makes me worthy of that position? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I'm not in a rush to be the number one guy out. I'm actually still trying to discover myself as an artist, and it's a lifelong journey, But for me, I feel like every time I step up to the plate, I'm getting an opportunity to really discover something about myself, discover something about my art that I didn't know before. So it's definitely a lifelong journey for me. So I'm not going anywhere. So I'm not in a rush.
I heard that. That's definitely key to a wise guy once told me, be in a rush and not in a rush at the same time. And I was real young when he told me that. I was real young and I was like, what is this guy talking about? What does he mean, be in a rush and don't be in a rush at the same time? I get it. I
slowly with purpose.
I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. So I move fast, but it's always to swiftly be productive, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, this has been really great. I'm ready to get into more of the steam room, get into some more good questions. But I'm glad we were able to meet here on social media. To everybody that's watching, As you can see, the man himself, Hollywood sensation, Justin Michael Cornwell is with us. We're going to learn more about the rest of his talents. He's a multi-talented guy. If you saw Jingle Jangle, if you saw Training Day, then
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. He's coming to that now, ready to light that up.
Yes.
But if you watched any of these things, then you know this guy has kind of just been that guy that's popping up in like some of the biggest things, to the point where when I was doing this interview, people were like, I know that guy. I know them. And I'm like, I know you know him. I'm like, I know you know him, but but by you, like you say, you don't have that chasing fame attitude.
Yeah.
You're very humble in your work, and you seem grateful. Even now, you just seem just cool. You're just hanging out in Hollywood, just hanging out in Hollywood, man, you know? Just doing your thing.
I mean, I'm an artist, and I think I'm an artist, and I just found a place to be an artist where I'm not. I don't know if there's anything to chase like there used to be, because I think movie stars and that kind of stuff is a thing of the past. Really, it's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It all feels like it's kind of just, if you got a hot YouTube channel, you're more famous than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. There's so many different ways to be famous.
I'm an artist,
So you literally got you literally have like the standard a real actor's standard background. You started in just TV commercials and things like that, right?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I started doing plays. I mean, my first acting experience, I played the donkey in Christmas Pageant, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like 6
right.
years old. You know what I mean?
Right. So it goes way back.
And the thing is, my first actual acting thing was I was in middle school, and I did this little play, and I just really got into the character and stuff, and I could memorize words really well. And people were like, "How do you memorize this so quickly?" And I don't know. I guess I could just do that. Is something I could do. So, after the play, all the other parents came up to my mom like, "Hey, man, your kid, he should be an actor. He can act like." And my mom was like, "Oh, okay, I guess so." I also grew up in a video store, so I had the encyclopedia of movie knowledge that no one else had. Netflix,
yeah.
All these other things I could study.
Yeah, you were studying and watching at the same time.
That was a thing, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You were studying and watching at the same time.
Yeah. But I remember seeing this Disney show, Famous Jet Jackson, and that dude kind of looked like me as a kid. I said, "Mom, see, they give black kids their own show, so we got this."
Yeah, something to aspire to. I heard that. I mean,
you gotta see it. You gotta see the picture on the box, right?
Yes, you gotta see it. But a lot. I'm hearing a lot nowadays. I'm hearing a lot of people saying once they make it somewhere, or they become famous, or they end up doing what their passion is for a living, I'm starting to hear a lot of people say, man, if you look back, you'll find what you did that could have gave you a sign that this is what you were going to do later in life. So you've pretty much got all those elements, right? As far as art, theater.
Yeah,
were you singing as a kid too?
I mean, from an early age, I'm still doing the same thing I was doing when I was 6. I mean, I'm doing the same exact thing. I don't know, a lot of my friends, even my family, you change as you grow. You discover the world a little bit. You change.
Yeah, I need the remote control for this TV.
Things about you change, but for me, I've been into the thing that I'm
the
doing
remote
right
to
now.
The TV. I don't see it. I don't know.
I'm happy to have something consistent like that.
You can go behind and look under. I'm just trying to pay attention. Well, I'm ready to get into it. If you want, we can head over to our platform. Everybody that's watching, we're gonna go over, you know how we do it, to Block 1000. Please support us. Just head right over to the website, squarebox1000.com. I will write that in the comments for you here. And thanks to everybody who's supporting and following. We'll be doing more interviews like this, and you know, just bringing you more talent and guys that are rocking the stages and rocking the theaters and the screens, but you kind of want to get personal and know about them. So, you know, I'm so glad he joined us, and we're going to get more in depth. So follow us. I just posted that I'll pin that comment there at the bottom. Go to squarebox1000.com. You'll be able to watch this interview live on our website. As soon as you get there, it'll be right at the top of the screen, or you can scroll down and hit listen now, and you can listen to the interview live, whatever you choose. But we're going to get into some good questions. I'm sure Foxy's going to be up to her steam room question tricks, but it's all in the good, and it's all good and fun. So yeah, follow us there. Go to squarebox1000.com right now. Please support the station. Follow us. Follow Justin Michael Cornwell. All my fans, please go and follow him. Share his stuff. See his movies. He's got Umbrella Academy coming out on Netflix on June the 22nd, correct?
22nd, and I got Havoc coming out. It should come out at the top of the year next year, also on Netflix.
Havoc coming out on Netflix. That's the movie I saw, and I was wondering how I missed that. I saw something with Havoc in it today, actually, and I was like, how did I miss that? Because I was doing my homework.
I mean, you know, it's still kind of in post-production. I haven't seen a lot of information really even about it, so I haven't really been talking much about it. No plot details or nothing like that's really been revealed about the film, but I actually still have to go back over to the UK and do a little bit more shooting on that film, but later this year. But it should come out next year. I think we're gonna shoot for January or February, something like that. But who knows?
All right. Well, one more question before we get out of here. What is the craziest place you filmed so far?
Craziest place I filmed so far? It would definitely be out in the UK and Wales. That was a really cool place to shoot. You know, when I was shooting Training Day, I shot at the tar pit, which are these oil pits or something. You know what I mean? That was a really cool place to shoot. I shot in luxurious mansions and stuff during that show. Like that show was like
crazy. Yeah, CBS. I already know they dropping the bag on stuff.
Yeah, I mean crazy. I mean, you know, $5 million an episode. I could.
Whoa.
God.
And
whoa.
Yeah, I mean, shot a lot of crazy places, like geographical locations, but I just got finished with Umbrella Academy, and I got to shoot like in the academy. And watching the show, it's kind of like suddenly you close your eyes and you open your eyes, and you're in a TV show that you've seen. Suddenly, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like a video game in a way, like
yeah.
in real life.
Right. You're in it.
That's so dope.
That's dope, man.
I love it.
Well, we want to learn more, man. Let's head over to the website. Justin, I'm going to send you I'll send you a link right now to invite you to this. So I'll text that from you to you as soon as we get off of here. Unless you want to give it to me here, but bam. All right, yep. I'll shoot you that invite. You just hit that, it should bring you right over. I'll do that on the phone right now. To everybody else, please follow us over to the platform. It's going to be a great interview. We got some good questions for Justin, and yeah, we need your support. We need fans. We need listeners. So please follow us. Get there. See you on Square Box. Justin Michael Cornwell, Umbrella Academy, Training Day, Jingle Jangle. We're going to learn about it all. Get to the station. Peace out, y'all.
See you guys there.
See you there. Peace out, y'all. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow Foxy MC, also my co-host. Don't forget to follow Foxy MC. Follow us both. This is our company page. Follow her personal page because she's got some big announcements coming up for you guys in the near future. It's going to be a hot summer, and the Summer Bash is going down in Danville. More details on that soon. Peace out. All right, great job. Let's get this rocking it. Thanks. Okay. Email. No, it's over to our platform. I got everything going over here. 610, I do. Let's open that. Okay, let's load this up with some tracks. I need 2 of them. Yates. Let me blow this up. Window. Make. Microphone 1 and microphone 2. Yes, we're good. Let me arm these. Okay, mic check, Fox. Mic check, mic check.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo,
What's
mic
up?
check,
What's
mic
up?
check.
What's up? What's up? Mic check, mic check.
Which mic am I on? You're on that one, right? Go ahead again.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? Mic check, mic
Oh shit, the stuff. When you see those lights out, that's how you know the thing is off, okay? Just touch it one more time and we should be good once you get it on. Babe, I need you. It's no, it's not that. It's that. It's that.
Is this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Bam. Oh. All right, mic check. Let me get a mic check now.
Yo, yo, mic check,
Go ahead.
mic check, mic check. What's up? What's up?
All right, let me get mine. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yo, yo, yo. This thing on. Mic check. Yo, yo, yo. Am I on? Mic check, mic check.
Yo, yo,
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I hate Discord. All right, there we go. We are good. Mic check again?
Mic check, mic check.
One more.
Yo, yo.
All right.
All right, we good, we good, we good. Okay. This cord is the best.
That's for me right here. All right. All right, 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 all right. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, okay. We good.
Good.
Yes, we're good. All right.
Okay.
I got steam room pulled up, huh?
What you made me run over here for?
Oh, I needed the plugs, but we got it, baby. Thank you. I might make you run like 5 more times, maybe 10. Love you. Give me a kiss.
Let me warm up.
Okay. Okay, I can't reach you.
I can reach you.
I think.
All right.
So right here, then.
Let me get this behind us here. Give me the remote and I dropped it, right? Where did it go? Where'd you put the remote?
Put it right on this table.
Yeah, can you check this plug cord, please? Quickly. I don't know, something's off. This ain't coming on. Actually, move up a bit. Just for a second. All right, it must not be on. I'm getting rid of that cord today. It's right there. Yep, that cord comes out. Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. Foxy, get up real quick.
No, you could. You don't have.
Babe, she's got. Wait,
Send that, Fox. Now, none of that's under her chair, so she can keep hitting it, right? Okay. All right. Did you see me an email? Justin M. Cornwell at Gmail. All right. Sent. All right, message is sent. Pop back in here. All right, he should be popping in here in a second. All right, lighting is right. Everything's good. You just got to center yourself on this camera. Oh, you good. This should do it. There we go. Bam. All right, this looks great. Oh, he's here. Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, record right here. That's recording. Let's record. All right, so we're ready to go. We ready, literally, really than we ever been.
Mhm.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
All right,
Hello.
all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get our mics on. No. Yo, all right, mics are on. Yep. All right, we about to go live. We're gonna do our steam room intro, and we're right in it. So we are live on the air. Babe, monitor. I need the monitor. Pull up the stationary phone. And all right. We are live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's the steam room, baby. Bro, we always keep it 1,000. You know what we talking about today.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna get real steamy in here.
more time for my living.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
It's going down. Yeah.
Tara, my name's Godzilla, and you're on this Block 1000 internet radio show. This is a break, and you did an amazing job, Tara. I just want to tell you that the name of the station is Block 1000.
Well, my dad put cheese on his pickle.
So then what that y'all gave me? You say you don't. No. You got anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
We did an interview with him, and like I fucked with him. Like he can go crazy.
You talked about falling in love with a stripper. You
Did.
talked about sucking toes. You
Uh-huh.
talked about no teeth action, male and female. You're listening to the Steam Room on Block 1000, where we always keep it 1000. It goes down every night at 9:30 p.m. with myself and my co-host Foxy MC. We've got all types of guests and special music that you can only hear here. So keep it locked on the block. It's time for the Steam Room, baby. Turn it up. It's the Steam Room on Block 1000. Damn. Yo. What is up? It's your boy Godzilla.
Yo, it's your girl Foxy MC.
And you are live on Block 1000 Steam Room. We are back. What's up, Foxy? How you feeling?
Yo, I'm feeling great.
That's good. That is good to hear.
Yes, super excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We got a very special guest on here today.
Yes, we
As
do.
everybody may know, if you were on social media, then you got a little early warm up. But we definitely gonna get into some more with him. I'm excited. I'm a huge fan, so I'm ready to do this.
Yes.
So without further ado, it's been a while. We haven't done any interviews. As you can see, this is your first look at a small part of some of our new facilities. Block 1000 does have a new home, and this is it. So we're happy about that.
Yes,
And,
first interview in our new home.
First interview in our new home. Yep.
Yes.
And you know, we got a big show. As you guys know, we're putting on a big music fest. So if you're local, okay, yep. So if you're local, you know,
we're doing that for you guys. But for now, I want to get into our guest because my cord is messing up here. Yeah, I want to get into our guest before my cord burns out. But because it's hot, we got a hot interview. Our
Yes.
cords are burning over here. But without further ado, man, you guys know him from things like Training Day, the Umbrella Academy. You guys know him as the superstar who played a young Forrest Whitaker, okay, on Jingle Jangle. You guys know him as an artist, a singer. You guys know him as a guy from the Midwest who has taken his smoke trail around the world. And he continues to burn. And I can't wait for June 22nd for the Umbrella to come. I'm a watcher. He's making me a watcher. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the one and only Justin Michael Cornwell. Justin, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you feeling tonight? Glad to be here.
What is up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad to be alive, man, in this crazy time in the world, but I'm glad I'm here.
That's what's up, man. That's good to hear, man. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind of a time with you. So before we get into the details, for those that might not know, tell them a little bit about yourself, a little background.
Can you turn up your mic? I think I'm losing you.
You don't hear me?
It's getting real faint. Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. Can you hear Foxy?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's gotten really faint. It's like suddenly the volume went all the way down.
Okay, let me turn it up. How about now?
It's a little better.
A little better?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's
Okay.
like your volume went down. I'm worried it might be like that on the stream. It's all right though.
Okay, let me make sure.
Maybe your volume in Zoom or something like that. I think it must have went down or something.
Yeah.
Because I was hearing you fine just a minute ago.
Okay. You know what? This isn't the first time we've done an interview, and there we go. See what the problem is. Okay, how about now?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Figured it out pretty quick.
Yes. We in now.
So, yes, for those that may not know, as I was saying, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and your passions a little bit.
All right. Well, my name's Justin Michael Cornwell. I was born in Sharon, Pennsylvania. Give you the long story. When I was an infant, I moved to Cleveland, Ohio. And when my mom got remarried, I was about 10 or 11. I moved to Louisville, Kentucky. And from Louisville, when I was about 23, I put everything in my car and moved to Chicago and started an artistic career there.
Awesome.
That's just kind of a little bit about, how I got to where I'm at right now.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's pretty dope.
All right.
Super exciting.
That's what's up, man. And so you're an actor, singer, artist. Do any rapping?
Yeah, man, I got some hip hop tracks out there. If you go to even on the you play some of my tracks, but on those same EPs, I'm doing hip hop and I'm doing verses and stuff there too. You can check
Okay.
out Walking Blind, which is I think I wrote after a tragic incident in my life, and I think it's a pretty poignant. The message is pretty poignant. So yeah, check that out, Walking Blind. You probably find that on the internet or on Spotify, wherever you can stream if you check me out there.
I was checking out your music, and I felt like you do a lot of true experience music, true feeling, like for real. Like I feel like you don't
Yeah.
kind of just come out of the air. I feel like a lot of your music was very personal, but it also felt like an outlet, like you get
Yeah.
stuff off your chest.
Yeah, I would
That
say
ring true?
I would say like slow. I would say like something good. Your song something good. I would say that was something that was like personal. Like it feels very personal. Is that
It's
true?
always a little personal, I think, even in my acting. If I'm not speaking of something that's directly happened to me, it's the feeling. But something good, almost everything I write's about my wife, and
I knew it. Yeah, I knew
you
it.
know, and so almost everything I mean, I have a whole CD, a collection of songs called Love Is Ours. That's all about my wife. I had my friend that do the cover art of me and her kind of on there. So
I seen the cover art. That was so dope. I seen this beautiful, beautiful black woman. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. That's so
Yeah.
freaking dope. And also Slow Death. Okay, so what was that about?
I like slow down.
Yes, I do too. And it's like, what was in your head when you made that? You know what I'm saying?
Slow Death is a really interesting song, and it actually got some placement on a Netflix movie my friend produced.
It seemed like it could be on a freaking movie, no cap.
Yeah, it's on a Netflix movie called A Christmas Journey or something. I can't remember the movie. Hope he forgives me. I can't remember the name, but it's a Christmas in the title. It's a Christmas film on Netflix.
Okay.
But
Shout out.
but it's also there on my IMDb. I'll just check it. There's so many Christmas films. But the thing about Slow Death, when I wrote it, I had moved to LA and I had done Training Day, and
Okay.
Bill Paxton had passed away,
Okay.
and I had kind of wallowed for about a year trying to, really find my next thing my next project that I was really going to be able to do. And Slow Death is kind of about, what happens to a lot of artists in this city, LA. They come out here with their dreams, and slowly they experience a mini death when the dream as they originally envisioned it dies a little bit. Not for everybody. Some people, get shot out of a cannon and their dream is exactly how they envisioned it, but it's very rare. Most
Yeah.
people, they end up slowly going through many deaths of, this wasn't, I didn't get that part, I didn't get that part, or I haven't worked in this long. And it's a very slow death of your ideology as an artist, which, sometimes that's all you got to hold on to in a world that basically, doesn't want to respect your art as in general. And it's throwaway, most art out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So when Bill passed, like basically you kind of felt like, of course you were very sad and everyone was heartbroken, but you kind of felt like panic. You know what I mean? Because like probably
Well, let's back up a little bit. So you flew out. You told us earlier you got the job
Mhm.
for Training Day. You thought you were gonna go test, and they said no, you're gonna shoot today, Monday.
Crazy, man. I actually was an extra in this tobacco commercial, just a print ad. But they didn't even use me. They just had me sit in this real little room all day because I looked exactly like one of the guys who was one of the main guys in the print ad. And they didn't want a guy who looked like him in the background.
Okay.
So I ended up just sitting there all day, and I got an email, and they said, "Hey, we need you to get this on tape by tomorrow. They can't find this guy." And I don't know if you follow my tweets at all, but when I originally saw that they were doing a TV adaptation of Training Day, I made a tweet to Antoine Fuqua. You know what I mean? To say, because he was also my producer on the show. I made a tweet and I had maybe 2 credits. I sang a little bit on Empire, like for an episode, and I did an episode of Chicago PD.
yeah.
And I did that, but I didn't nobody knew me. But I put a tweet out. I was like, "Yo, Antoine Fuqua, come to Chicago. Don't sleep on me." You know what I mean? And he told me he never saw that tweet, but lo and behold, a month and a half later, I got the job.
Yeah, he didn't see it, but he felt it. You know what I'm saying? It got to him.
Exactly,
Some
right.
type of way. You know what I'm saying? The spirits made sure it got to him.
I mean, it's kind of I feel like it was powerful manifestation for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I truly believe in that. I ended up putting it down on tape, kind of memorizing it all that day, putting it down on tape the very next day on a Thursday. Later that Thursday, they called me and said, they got you plane tickets to come to LA on tomorrow. I was like, tomorrow? Oh my God. He's like, yeah, you're going to go straight to Warner Brothers, or get off the plane and go straight to Warner Brothers. I'm like, okay. And so I jumped off the plane the next day, went straight to Warner Brothers, straight into the room. And it was like fate. I came into the room and no one was there. I figured that they would have other people testing against me, but nobody was there. And everybody from Warner Brothers comes out of the room, and it's like all the producers and the directors and everybody, and they come over to me and they say, "Justin, your tape was so good. How did you memorize the 12 pages in a day? And how did you do that?" I was just like, "Oh, I'm actually a Shakespeare actor. So it wasn't that many pages really. If you're doing Shakespeare, it's not even close. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So you gain a large capacity to be able to memorize text and a lot of text. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna get this job. They all came out here, and then slowly the other guys started coming in, and it was weird.
That too.
And at the end of it, I was really nervous. I can't lie. They had me do it twice because I was shaking in my boots, literally shaking. And they said, we can see you shaking on the camera. We can see just look quiver and just,
Yeah.
you know, sweat, flop sweat. When I get nervous, my nose right here just sweats down.
Oh yes,
Right.
that's the
Oh
worst.
my God, I'm a nervous sweater. And the thing is, I don't get nervous on the day. I don't get nervous before I have to do like a big stunt, or I don't get nervous when I'm on set. But if I have to go in there and I'm being intensely judged by my abilities, I get pretty nervous. But I don't know an actor who doesn't
Yeah.
get a little nervous, get a little pit, little butterflies. I call it excitement now, not
And they say
nervousness.
that's good. They say that's a
Excitement.
good thing. So
And is that every time? Is that something that happens every time still?
When I want something, it's gonna happen. If I
Okay.
really want something, I put some time into it. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. Like if I've trained and I've studied and I thought about it for hours and hours, yeah, it's gonna happen. But sometimes I just it doesn't happen as much now because most of everything I do, I just make a tape with the camera that I'm using to do
Right.
this. I just make a tape and send it off. So by the time that it's been the last few jobs where I made my tape and they just called me and said, "Hey, you want to come and work?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I've usually only have to make one or two tapes and go to work.
So are
But
you
yeah, to finish that training day story just real quick, I ended up flying over there. They had me test with Warner Brothers, and they said, "Hey, we're going to need you for another day. You're going to go test with CBS." And then they called me on the phone the next day and said, "Hey, listen, there's no test with CBS. We got to go and shoot this thing right now. So you got to stay here till Monday. We shooting the episode. You're the guy."
wow.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm starring in a show. You know what I mean? And it happened just that fast. On Thursday, I was an extra who didn't even make it to set. And on Friday, and that Monday, I had my own television show on CBS. In
That's
3.5, 4 days from 0 to 100.
Wow. Wow.
That's amazing and nerve-wracking and exciting and everything. Like, oh my gosh.
I had Bill Paxton with me, and he was like the Mad Hatter, and I was like Dorothy going into Wonderland. and he showed me like, "Oh, look at this, look at that," and I felt no fear when I was hanging out with this guy. I felt no fear.
Yeah.
He knew everybody in town. We would go to a party, and other Hollywood celebrities would be lined up to talk to this guy. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Before me and Keegan worked in Jingle Jangle together, we met with Bill Paxton because he came up to Bill Paxton and was like, "I love aliens. You don't understand how much of that." And that was the first time I actually met Keegan. So by the time we worked on Jingle Jangle together, we already had stories to talk about. But I remember that time and we were talking to Bill Paxton, you know what I mean? And then we're doing a movie together, you know what I mean? So it's really cool like that to like have that introduction to the industry by somebody who was so well known and so loved in the industry and be introduced basically to everybody, you know what I mean? And I think that's also half the reason why I continue to work like I do.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
great,
awesome.
great success story, man. You really just had the mindset to be good at the actual thing, acting, and let that resonate. So I think that's good, man. I think you're still, even though you're pretty high up there, I think you're still just, man, getting started.
I feel like that. I
Yeah.
feel like I haven't scratched the surface of what I can actually do. So I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
you guys haven't really even seen it.
Right.
So it's almost
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Jingle Jangle was a glimpse because you went from two totally different roles. You know what I mean? As
right,
far as on the major look, yeah, you went from if we look at first of all, you went from TV to movies.
right.
Okay,
So Jingle Jangle was like my first film too. And I remember telling David Talbert, like, man, I really want to do films, man. I love that narrative. I love that closed narrative. I love being able to tell the story and I know where it ends so I can really build a character throughout the whole thing. And, I really enjoyed doing Jingle Jangle. It
Yeah,
was,
but what
What did you guys? How long was it out before you? Did you guys put it right out, or was it sitting for a while?
it sat for a little while. I mean, it took a long time in post-production because we had two fully CG characters in the show. You got the Buddy 3000 and you got Ricky Martin's character was the bullfighter
Okay.
Don Juan. So it took a long time in post production. It was a lot of money in post production to bring those characters to life and make them look as good as they did. Because the movie looked expensive, and it was. You know what I mean? I
So a
think
lot.
today it's still the high. I mean, it's the most expensive movie that I've worked on. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So it's still so you had to do those scenes where you were acting with nothing there.
I waited my whole life to act to a tennis ball. I've seen it in the behind the scenes DVDs, and I've seen it, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait because when I get in front of that tennis ball, they're gonna know I'm a real actor, and I'm gonna be like tennis ball, and I just deliver that, and I think I did. I think tennis ball had me crying.
I think you nailed it.
For sure.
I think you nailed it, man. So you start filming. There's so much to talk about. I'm just trying to make sure I take it slow. So you start filming. You got this big show. You guys finished. So you had finished the season, right? Of Training Day.
Yeah.
Finished the season, and were you guys had you guys signed on for a second season?
Yeah, well, so we finished the season in Training Day. The thing about television, especially network television, is you sign the deal up front. So I already signed on for 6 years. And
Wow.
they sign you up for 6 years. Like they make sure they got you, blood
Okay.
fingerprint under threat of being sued.
Right.
You will be doing this job for 6 years if it's good. You know what I mean?
All right. Gotcha.
Jeez.
So you're like
Perpetuity throughout the universe. Yeah, right.
so you're like I ain't gonna argue with no work. This is what I've been looking for. I'm sure, right? It's like
That's the thing. I'm from the theater where every 3 months I'm guaranteed to be doing something different. You're not going to be doing a theater
Right.
show for years and years and years. It's the first time I ever looked at my life like, oh, in 6 years I'm going to be doing this. You know what I mean? Some
Right.
kind of
Right.
stability in an artistic, you know, creative field is weird. It's not even, it's rare. You know what I mean?
It really,
Um,
really.
I didn't necessarily want that. That wasn't really what I was looking for because you see the contract and they say, "Oh, in 6 years you'll make this much money." Your mind's doing the math. And then you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a millionaire," but you're not. And then your show gets canceled.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of getting to.
Yeah.
That's where I was
But-
taking it to.
But before we get to that, I want to ask, how was it transitioning from theater to film? Like, how was that? Like, was it easy? Was it kind of difficult? You had to get used to some stuff, or like, how was it?
Every single time I get in front of different people, we always have this kind of debate about theater and film and which one's better and stuff. Hold on real quick. Let me just put this on.
Fun?
You good?
Give me a second.
No problem, man.
I
no
don't know my
problem.
mic
Oh,
is-
this is the magic we doing. This is the magic of the CGI interview. I would have loved to have had you here.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just plugged in my receiver here for my microphone. No, I'm sorry. What was your last question?
How was it transitioning from theater to film?
Theater, film. This is what actors talk about all day when they hang out. You know what I mean? This is what they
Right.
talk about. They talk about the things that they did that were able to translate well from their theater training into their film experience.
Yeah.
And so my thing was because I wanted to take all the information I could. I read a lot of books about how to micromanage expression and how to take the passion from something and condense it into a laser focus of it. And the thing is, coming out of Chicago, after I got out of the Shakespeare Theater, I ended up doing a lot of black box stuff. And black box theater is basically like TV and film acting. So I ended up getting a lot of hours in intimate space acting where I'm only acting to the person. I don't have to hit the back of the house because if I whisper, the back of the house is hit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so I showed up like that. And by the time I got into Training Day, I wasn't the best TV or film actor, but they gave me unparalleled access to the craft and at the highest level I could do it. If you watch the show, you'll see I'm in like half the scenes of everything. And I would do a scene and I would watch it in the monitor, do it and watch it in the monitor, almost like I was directing myself. And
Mhm.
they trusted me enough to do that. Directors would come into the show, but they would only be there for one or two episodes and basically ask me if the take was good. Then I'd go to the monitor and say, okay, yes, let's use take number 3 and take number 4 I was supposed to do that didn't work. So half the time they're running and gunning so much, they almost rely on me to know what was good or what wasn't good. So I'm actually directing myself a lot behind the monitor. And it allowed me to really hone in my craft. I would show up to
Yeah.
work and realize if I was tired, or something like that, I look like this. This didn't work. If I showed up to work or I was drinking too much coffee and I was wired, then this didn't look right when I presented it like this. So I started to start to see my instrument, which is my body and my face, versus the medium, which now is a camera. And I started to understand the relationship between my instrument and that instrument. And I had so much unparalleled access at the highest, with the best cameras you can get in the industry, with some of the best crew you can to do it. So by the time I got out of doing that show, I really was prepared to do it, to do it. That was really my practicing ground. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the film actor I am without training day and without being able to really direct myself and be
Yeah.
directed by some great people like Eric
Definitely.
LaSalle and a lot of great directors who showed me, when you do this and when you do that, that's what it looks like. And I got a great hands-on training. There's nothing else. You can't go to college. You can, but you can't really go to college and do the thing where you
Right.
wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and then get off at 1 a.m. at night every day for 6 months, and it's cameras in your face every single moment, and you got to memorize a whole monologue of a page because they just rewrote it moments before you got to say it. You don't have that pressure. No matter what you do, the pressure of a deadline of a test it doesn't compare to the pressure that you're feeling when you are actually in it. So you can't go to school and learn it. You really got to lead a television show for a whole season of television to really get that kind of education. So I'm
Right.
blessed to be able to have that kind of education.
Yeah, and totally understand what you're talking about, because I'm building something, and building a business, and I find people that that just jump in the water. You teach them what it is and what it can do and what it can turn into, and so people just like to jump in the water and do their thing. So I truly believe that the actually doing of it is a teaching that you can only get when you're doing it. You
Right.
can only get it. So you gotta trust failure. You know what I mean? You gotta trust failure. And it's okay. It's fine. You can look.
Oh, I was gonna open the door.
For what? No. Yeah, you gotta trust failure, and yeah, trust failure, because sometimes you gotta actually do the thing to get it. So you got that TV experience. You jumped over the movies, but okay, so you signed on 6 years for this show. Moving
Right.
forward, you're pretty much in the mindset that this is what you're gonna be doing. The show got rave reviews. Huh?
Well, let's be honest about the situation, about what the show was. The show, um, Bill, the show was. I sat down with the president of Warner Brothers. He had dinner, and he
Wow.
said, "Hey, listen," and he said, "Listen, this show needs to do the same numbers as the show in your time slot before, but it's guaranteed to go 2 seasons because of our deal with Warner Brothers. I mean, because of our deal with CBS. CBS and Warner Brothers have had a long relationship. They created a whole network together called the CW, CBS Warner Brothers, and that relationship was long. You know what I mean? And so they like guaranteed them, soft guaranteed them that they would, if they could at least hit the numbers of the last one that they canceled, they'll give us at least 2 years. So I figured that I'd have at least 2 years, but I knew that also that Bill was sick, and but he told me like he had less than 50% chance to make it through this thing, and I just didn't buy it because he just seemed so alive. You know what I mean? And so I think that whole situation was crazy because Bill was ready to go 6 years, and I could see the story actually becoming better in years 2 and 3. You know what I mean?
Were you?
But
So I know
we didn't make it there,
Yeah.
huh?
you worked in the video store. Not to cut you off. Sorry. I know you worked in the video store. Were you guys?
I didn't.
So, huh?
I did not work. I did not work in the video store. My grandparents owned a video store, and I
You
basically
grew up
was a
in-
child, like grew up there, had access. I didn't have to do nothing. I just
Right.
watched the movies.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So were you familiar with Bill Paxton when you took on this job? Were
Yeah,
you super familiar
Twister
with
was one of my favorite films. Aliens.
I love
The
Man,
second one was
classic.
with James Cameron. He was in Titanic, which was also one of my favorite films. He was in Terminator. Like he was like he's iconic. I mean, everybody knew
Right.
he was a legend before I'm. He was a legend before when I was begging to get the job on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a legend. You know what I mean?
Right,
And if you
right,
haven't
right.
seen any of these films, like you were asleep. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the 90s or whatever.
So you're coming in
But yeah.
knowing you've probably seen Twister if you're like me 100 times. And you're like, I'm about to work with the Twister guy. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, he was
he's-
the True Lies guy to me, because I remember him from True Lies the most.
Okay.
Because True Lies was like my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film. That and Last Action Hero. Yeah,
Oh man, I forgot about the Last Action Hero. Wow.
two
Okay,
like
yeah,
favorite
you
Arnold
grew-
Schwarzenegger
you grew up
films.
in a video
Last
store.
Action Hero and True Lies.
You grew up in a video store for sure. I forgot about True Lies. That's a really
I
good
cannot
movie.
forget. I love that freaking movie.
Right.
Cap.
So
And
you're
he
like,
was so
okay,
funny in
I'm
that film because he played that spy who was trying to seduce Jamie Lee Curtis, and
Yes.
and then
Oh my
and then
God,
Arnold
he was
kidnaps her and
so
goes, "Oh God, look, I got a little dick." It's funny. It was great.
So
That
you
was
so
great.
you're coming in. I know you kind of got the natural nervousness going on, and this guy just takes you under his wing. Everyone knows him. He's sharing the love. So
And when I
You
mean
go
take
in
me
and-
under his wing, I mean take me, because every single day after work, we'd go back to his really nice apartment, like double-story apartment, and we'd have some whiskey and we'd look over the next day's work. We just got done doing 14 hours of work, then we go back home to his place, do another 2 hours to get to us to where we need to be for the next day. And we do that every day. And you know what I mean? And it was very consistent. We had a lot of work to get through.
that's
Yeah.
dope. So how long was filming overall on this particular movie?
On training day, or which one?
Yeah,
On training day, you're talking about, right? Yeah. Okay. So it was 6 months, 13 episodes,
Hold on one
and
second.
Sorry, we got the technical difficulty now. Okay, we good.
it's all good. Yeah, it was 13 episodes, and about your earlier comment, it didn't get rave reviews. It got pretty middle of the road reviews. They thought that it was a bit too bombastic, and really they thought that if it was named something else besides Training Day, they probably would have reviewed it higher, gave it a higher rating. But when you
Yeah.
call something Training Day, you know what I'm saying, and then you
Right,
use the
right.
characters from the film, and you use the characters from and you use part of the storyline from the film as a
Right.
sequel, and
Right.
you don't even try to do something like that. It wasn't Training Day. It felt more like Lethal Weapon, a little bit more like a buddy cop thing,
Yeah,
and not like
yeah.
Yeah, I
You
you know what I
that.
mean.
Well, you
And
you-
so-
okay. It was highly anticipated. Let me say, rather
It
than
was
rave
completely high. It was
review.
well
It was
pushed.
highly-
Billboards are everywhere, commercials on the
Highly-
NFL, ABC, right in the middle of your football game, Training Day, you know what I mean? My face shows up, It was a good
Uh-huh.
time, man. I can't lie. I don't think I've ever been promoted as much as I've been with that. I mean, I've been promoted heavy, and I'm probably going to be promoted heavier with this other stuff that's coming out after Umbrella. But at the time, I felt like this is it. I'm walking the carpets, and I got the billboard on the sunset with my face on it, and every bus that rode by, I was just talking to my buddy, and he goes, "Oh, so what have you been doing out here?" He didn't know what I was doing, and then right when he said that, a bus pulls up with my face on it, and I'm like, "Oh." It's just weird. Like it was a weird experience.
That's what's up, man. So yeah, okay. not rave reviews, definitely extremely highly anticipated. It was super high
Yeah,
anticipated.
very high.
I don't know, CBS loves Chicago for some reason. We always felt like that was a Chicago station, even though it's really not. But that was always the hardest channel to pick up though in Chicago. Channel 2 was always a problem when we had attendance. So it was highly, they pushed it super hard in Chicago. It was everywhere, like you said, billboards everywhere. So this guy takes you on.
But it's also
Mhm.
it's also because I had trained in Chicago, and so they strategically went after Chicago because
Gotcha.
I literally just came from there. Right.
Oh, gotcha. Cause yeah, they blanketed. They blanketed. And
Yeah. They
so
weren't hitting Nebraska, you know what I mean?
right. So
They were already watching CBS, so
yes. So they blanket us. Show comes out, doing good. You're working with Bill. He takes you under his wing. You guys finished the season. You finished up that first season in about how long? How long did it
about
take?
6 months.
6
It's
months.
about 6 months, and we finished the season, and then we had maybe 2 months off, and then we got back together and we started promoting the show as it started to come out in January. It came out February. It came out, what was it, early February
So you
or
guys,
January, but we started promoting the show, doing award shows, presenting awards, all this kind of stuff.
so yeah, I saw you on the awards at the time, and I was shouting you out. I was like, I know that guy. But so at this point, you guys are 9 months in of knowing each other. Pretty much at this point, past acquaintances, past coworkers. I'm assuming because you
Well,
guys are
it's
working.
funny. I called him my mentor. Like, we would do interviews together, and I'd call him my mentor, and he would say, "No, you're my mentor." You're and we
Wow.
had the kind of relationship that we had. Like, we learned a lot from each other. I remember the last award show that we did, and we gave a award to Taraji at the NAACPs, and he turned to my wife at the time, my fiance. He turned to my wife at the time and he said, "You know, I used to not care about any of this stuff. It kind of got old to me. But watching Justin, seeing how much he loves this is bringing that energy and that my love for this back. You know what I mean?" And that was the last time I actually saw him.
Wow.
After,
Yeah.
so you guys wrap the season. You're doing the award shows. You guys are moving around together. I'm sure already thinking towards the next season. Like you said, at least
Right.
2 years. And then what happens? How did you get the news, or what was
Well, crazy enough, I understood he was going in for his heart surgery on February 14th. He thought it was funny to have heart surgery on Valentine's Day. And
wow.
and he actually came out of the surgery and he was okay. The surgery didn't go great. But 2 weeks after that, I get a call from like a week and a half after that, I get a call from his son, and he goes, "Hey, I'm here with Dad," and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He seems like he's okay, or at least that he's weak, but he seems like he's gonna turn around. You know what I mean? And that he's out of surgery, and it was kind of preemptive so that they could fix a heart valve. But then, maybe 4 or 5 days after that, they said his son called me again and said he had a stroke, and he's calling me to tell me that it's probably not going to be. He's probably already gone at this point. I think he was just saying, you should let people know. So his son actually called me, and me and his son have become pretty good friends, and I spent time with the family doing Thanksgiving and stuff after his passing, because we spent those holidays together. Right before.
Were you working on other projects? Were you working on other projects already too in between?
No, because the thing about it was it takes up so much of your time. You're really locked in. If you're doing a show, if you're leading a show like that, you're really locked in, and you can't really do other television because they contractually don't allow you to do that. But I was looking into doing other stuff, but he had already passed away before I started my next indie project, which is called We Are Boats. I did with Luke Hemsworth right after that. And I got the news while I was on that set that they weren't going to give us a second year for that show.
And did you
But you know, I mean, I figured as much. Jerry Bruckheimer and them told me at his funeral that you know, there wasn't really going to be a show without him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And we were on the third. We had only aired the third episode when he passed away.
Oh wow. We saw. I
We
guess
were in the middle of airing the.
Go ahead.
So you're in the middle of
Oh,
airing.
that's what I was saying. We're in the airing the show.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What's that, man?
Right. So you're in the middle of
I'm
airing.
good.
You get the news. So, his son calls you. So you guys have remained friends. Treat you like family, pretty much.
Yeah.
Still the same. And
Yeah,
are
to
his-
this day, yeah.
are they in? Or do any of his kids act or anything? Is anyone carrying the torch in that manner?
Yeah, his son actually shows up in an episode 8 of our show, Training Day.
Oh, cool.
He actually has a really poignant moment with his son where he tells his son how to be a man in the show. Like his son plays this criminal who's with another father-son duo, and we bust him in this big shootout at the end of the episode. And at the very end, right before he sends him to jail, he says, "Oh, well, you know, you got to do this, son, and blah, blah, blah. And if you got to keep your head down, and that's how you survive in prison." And it was like a moment where he was being his dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that episode aired after he passed away.
Wow.
And it was a crazy episode. I knew even James, his son, told me it's just crazy to watch, you know, that after your dad passed away and to see, you know. Also, he directed his son in the greatest game ever played for Disney with Shia LaBeouf. It was a golf movie. His son actually plays a young Shia LaBeouf in that film at the very beginning. So if you ever check that out, you can see his son. His son also had another show on USA that had some amazing actors in it, and he was one of the leads in that show. So his son is definitely carrying the torch as far as acting goes for his family.
That's awesome.
But his sister just graduated college and she's doing great.
That's dope.
Great.
That's dope, man. So, man, I'm sure that had to be a moment for him to watch that. And let's be real, Bill was masterful in Training Day, because halfway through episode 1, I truly believed he was a crazy man. I truly believed he was
Right.
a crazy cop, and you were exceptionally masterful too for your first, because I truly believe that you were like, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, it was very believable. The chemistry between you two was super believable, and you definitely kept us on the edge of your seats, because we were like waiting for you to fold to you know what I mean, to the dirt. We're waiting
Right.
for you to fold to the dirt. You definitely kept us in suspense, because you played a part of kind of like, you're totally against it, but you're rolling with the punches. But yeah, I was wondering, like,
It's hard to balance that.
I know.
It was hard to balance
That's why I say you did an amazing job. You guys both, the chemistry was crazy. Season 2 would have definitely been off the chart, because you guys had it. And like
It would have been good.
Yes, because man, he was crazy. It was crazy,
man.
Yeah, he was crazy. And it was believable. And you were shocked at everything he did at every moment. You're shocked that everything he did throughout the first, 4 or 5 episodes was very believable. So yeah, I'd like to see more. I would have liked to see more. And rest in peace to Bill Paxton. And shout out to his family.
Yeah.
Sending our love out to you from Block 1000. And
Absolutely.
yeah, great guy. We thank him. I've seen Twister a million times. I think I know the script by heart. But yes, if you're just tuning in to Block 1000, it's your host Godzilla.
And it's your girl Foxy MC.
And you are tuned into the Steam Room. It's been a minute, but we are back. And we're so happy to have y'all. We are on the air. If you're just tuning in, we have our very special guest live from Hollywood.
Justin Michael Cornwell. You know him from Jingle Jangle. You know him from the hit TV series Training Day and more. He's an artist extraordinaire. He's a singer. He's the artist of the week. He has video of the week on our website right now. You can go to squarebox1000.com. Check out his song Slow Death and more of his music. And I'm hoping to get a collab in with some of that. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, we're tuned in with Justin. If you're on the Facebook feed right now, I hopped on here for a minute just to give you guys a reminder because I know we go to Instagram all the time. So if you're on my Facebook, we're gonna hop off of here in this Facebook feed. But please go to squarebox1000.com. You can watch it live and see Justin, in his crib, chilling. Got the guitars in the back. He might pull one out and play it. You don't know. You never know. You better get to squarebox1000.com. You can listen or you can watch. It's up to you. But I'm signing off here. I'll put the website there. Okay. And we got a question on Facebook here from Soulman Trimble.
Okay.
He wants to know how was it working with Forrest Whitaker and Felicia from the Cosby, as he called her.
Oh yeah. Forrest, let me start with Felicia. Felicia is amazing. She has this motherly energy that everybody on the set bows down to.
Yeah, it comes through the TV,
you know what I mean?
too. It comes from the TV too. You do right when you're watching her. You don't do nothing wrong when she's on the screen in the
Well, you
movie.
can just tell she get the best hugs and she smell really good.
But that's how she is in real life. She floats in almost like she has such a majesticness to her, and she feels like the mother of the whole world.
Yep.
If the whole world came from a black woman, she'd be similar looking to Felicia Rashad. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something about her that's that Mother Earthness to her. You know what I mean?
Yes, always has been.
Yeah, I love her.
When she's on the TV, we don't do nothing wrong until her scene is gone.
Right.
If we were about to do something bad, you don't do it till her scene passes.
She'll make you stop acting up in real life.
Yes, definitely.
But working with her was really cool. I didn't get any scenes with her, but I actually got to hang out with her a bunch. They brought me back in because I shot all my stuff before Forrest and then would start shooting, but we were all there from the beginning. But they brought me back in to the very end, so I saw all that stuff when they fly out the window and all that stuff where she reads the book. So I was there actually behind the camera lurking, watching all that stuff, and that was amazing. I have much more of a closer working relationship with Forrest. Me and Forrest, we created the character together. So we had all these meetings with David, and we'd sit down and we'd try to find different things that he would do, to kind of bring the character to life. And so we hit on those things, and we would implement them in our performances, and he would implement it. And I think we found a really fun through line with that stuff. And to a great relationship to this day, because we just finished another film together that it's gonna be reverse Jingle Jangle, y'all. So don't go into this film thinking it's gonna be smiles and stuff. This is gonna be
so it's gonna be scary.
It's gonna be a little scary.
Little action.
We killing everybody.
Oh
No, this is me and Forrest Whitaker got a bloody action movie coming out.
Oh my God, that is good to hear.
And people gonna be like, dang, they got both of the Geronicus out here just murdering people, man. They're gonna be mad at me.
You heard it on the block first, man. It's coming. Justin Michael Cornwell and more Forrest Whitaker. This kind of together, and not you playing the younger him, which is great. And I know that was
kind of. He's playing my dad in this new one.
Oh.
So in this new film, he's plays my father, and I don't know if I give away the plot details, but he plays my dad in the film, and we definitely get those scenes together that I've always wanted. I didn't get in Jingle Jangle because we didn't get no scenes together in Jingle Jangle.
Right.
I just transformed into Forrest Whitaker, but this time we're like some of the best scenes I think I've done on film. I get to do with him. So
you gave us a lot,
and he's a master. You know how it is. He's a master.
You gave us a lot. That's a lot, man. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. So I got a funny story about Forrest Whitaker. I met Forrest Whitaker. I was actually just downtown Chicago one day in my hotel, and I got up to go get some breakfast. and I ended up in Nordstrom. And I don't know if you've ever just strolled into Nordstrom while you got some money in your pocket, but don't do it unless you're ready to spend the money in your pocket.
Look, I walked in there and I walked out. I don't care how much money I got. You're gonna have to give me some more if I'm gonna buy a shirt. Cost how much?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I walked in there being nosy, and I know the section to go to. I go to the Nike section. I don't let them do me too bad. But
Okay.
But I'm in there.
Prices
and
are set.
Yeah. So I'm in there. I come out, and I'm walking down the street. They're filming Empire at the time, and I'm walking down the street, and I see Forrest Whitaker from afar. And for some reason, I just knew it was him. I knew it was him from afar, and whoever I was walking with, I said, "That's Forrest Whitaker right there." And I saw the trailer, and they were over by like the bridge outside of Nordstrom where you could go back down to the other street. And I'm like, I see him, and I'm like, "That's Forrest Whitaker." And they're like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. He's just standing out in front of the trailer." So we're walking closer and closer, and he's still standing there. So I said, "I'm gonna say something to him." So we get closer, and I said, "Forrest, it's an honor to meet you. How you doing?" He said, "How you doing, young man?" He grabbed my hand. He shook my hand. This was maybe 5 years ago. I got the picture still. And now anybody who's seen that picture, I posted on my social media. If you're listening and you saw that Snapchat or I put it on Facebook, now you're going to know why it cut short at the end like that. And this is why. So I walk up to him. He says, "Hi, young man." He shakes my hand. I said, "It's an honor to meet you." He said, "You too." I said, "You're great on the show. I love it." He said, "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We got some more coming." And I said, "Can I get a picture?" He said, "Sure." Now I had Snapchat open already because I'm walking down the street, Snapchat saying, "I think this is Forrest Whitaker." So when I got to him, I'm a little nervous, whatever. He puts his arm around me and hugs me. And so, of course, I'm a little nervous, and I put the camera in front of us to take the picture. And instead, I'm holding the button. And as when I realize I'm holding the button, I don't want to look stupid, so I start talking. And I say, "Yo, everybody, it's Forrest Whitaker." And before I can get Whitaker, he goes, "That ain't no picture."
Ain't no picture for who you lie.
He goes, "You set a picture." And he goes, "Nice meeting you." Walks off and walks into this trailer. And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty dope." So I posted it, and everybody was like, "Man, you met Forrest Whitaker." I'm like, "Yeah, man." And I still show that picture to people in the video. It's a short video, but now you know why it cut short. It's because he said that ain't no damn picture.
Well, man, look, you can't do him like that because he set a picture. You
He
start
set a
taking a
picture.
video. Now that means you could try to do a prank
Oh
on him.
no, he
You
was
know what I mean?
totally right. No, he was totally in the right. I set a picture. I was so nervous. I'm just holding my phone, and we're both still, but it's a video going. So the beginning of the video, we're both still. Then I'm like, "Oh shit, this is a video." So I say, "Hey everybody, it's Forrest Whitaker." And before I could get it out,
Ain't no damn video.
said, "That ain't no picture."
Hey, man.
So shout out Forrest Whitaker. I love him. He said it all in fun. He patted me on the back after that and said, "Nice meeting you."
It's crazy, man. I took Forrest Whitaker out, man. We went out a couple times to the movies, and we went once to dinner. And
That's awesome.
when you go out with Forrest Whitaker, man.
Yeah, who bought the popcorn, man?
Man, I pay for everything, man. You don't invite Forrest Whitaker out and make him pay?
I just had to ask.
You gotta treat Forrest Whitaker like a date, okay? Pull the seat out for him, open the car for him. But we go out, man, and people treat Forrest Whitaker crazy, man. We were out in Wales, and just people with they know it's him, but then they start acting weird instead of just saying hi. They'll be just staring, getting real close, and just acting real crazy. And me and my wife, we out there man, people are starting to act real crazy around us right now. Same thing with Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy's in this film that we did too. People act real crazy when they're around this guy. Got weird.
Oh, wow. That is funny. That's funny. So, I mean, tell us, I got some usual steam room questions I get into, but I just so much to talk about. Tell us one time, have you had any crazy or weird fan run-ins?
Crazy or weird fan run-ins. Um, I wouldn't say that any of my fan run-ins have been crazy or weird. A lot of people don't know me from thing to thing. They either know me from one thing, or they know me from another thing, or they watched my TV shows. Like a lot of people haven't tracked my career for the breadth of my career or like follow everything that I do. And usually when I show up and stuff, I try to always look a little different. Like with Umbrella Academy, I lost 40 pounds, I shaved. I don't want to look like Geronicus. I almost don't want people to realize it's me. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. You got a new character.
But sometimes they do, and that's cool. And usually what I get is just, you know, people like, oh my gosh, I loved your show. You're from the show on NBC, or hey, I saw you in I Am the Night with the Patty Jenkins show I did. And I actually get a lot of people off of that show because it's a really cult kind of show where people really love that show. And I was a regular on that show too, about the Black Dahlia murders and stuff. And so I get stuff from that. Not so much Training Day anymore, but a lot of Jingle Jangle stuff. But ever since I was announced for Umbrella Academy, before the show even came out, you know, they blasted my picture everywhere. So I'm getting recognized from that now.
I gotta get another interview after the Umbrella comes out, and you're gonna have some crazy fan stories after that.
I mean, you got to get an interview
You know,
after have it come out.
You're stepping into a new ball game, because now this is Power Ranger stuff. We're picking characters, and I'm you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And characters are what brings the fandom stuff. Like I said, I think on the stream, I think that the movie star stuff is kind of going out of the window, and it's going to be more about the characters, because people are being more invested in the character of like Spider-Man than actual Tom Holland or Peter Parker or any one of the Spider-Man. They are invested in Spider-Man. So when this guy's time is done, they'll have a new Spider-Man because people are already bought into Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So characters are becoming the movie stars, and the actors are just becoming like the people who step into that spot, you know. And so the respect that I get isn't necessarily just because my art's good and great or whatever, but it's usually because I'm fulfilling a role. Like if I'm number 2 on the call sheet, then they respect the role that I fill in this position on this project. You know what I mean? Right. Now I'm starting to produce my own stuff and taking that a whole different role of producer. So it's definitely an interesting journey for me to try to branch out. I want to do more films. I want to do more stuff that's visible like this. And Havoc will be visible. It's gonna hit #1 on Netflix, man. It's gonna be good.
And
sure.
Yes, and you've got that experience of, like you say, directing yourself on the set of Training Day.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So now that's coming more into fruition.
That's
I'm
dope.
excited to see what comes out of it. Are you being an artist? And I've seen some of your art. Maybe you can show us a peek of some here. But
Okay.
Are you interested in like animated films?
Yeah, I mean, I made a lot of money off voiceover stuff when I was in Chicago. Basically, commercial work and small video game stuff. I used to work with the You Don't Know Jack people to do those kind of voice games. You know what I mean? I actually have developed my own animated series with characters and stuff. It's kind of a slice of my life that's kind of fantastical. I have an animated pitch that I've already sent out to a lot of different creators right now. Also, I'm working on graphic novels and comic books work and stuff like that right now. I just did some mock-up designs for David Talbert, who obviously does Jingle Jangle. I did some mock-up designs for Idea that he's working with, and that's what I do. I'm usually streaming on Twitch these days just to kind of show people my process, because when it comes to the comic book styles, my original style is more realism. So I'm actually studying comic book styles and comic book creation to really become really great at that form of art. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So going into this, tell us about the balance. So I know what it means to have someone like a long time. So you were married in 2019, right?
Yeah, September, right? Just so I can play. Do you remember? That's the whole reason I got married in September.
Okay. All right. I feel that. Well, I'm a Jones, so you can imagine what I always thought my wedding song would be. I'm sure you can guess.
You said you're a what?
I'm a Jones.
Oh, that's my wife's last name.
Oh, that's mine too. Oh, you didn't. Oh, that's her actual last name before you changed it.
Yeah, before I snatched it away.
Well, I'm a Jones, so I got the me and Mrs. I always said
Me and Mrs. Jones.
yeah.
All that right there.
So how long were you guys together? Childhood.
We met in Louisville when I was 18, I think 18 or 19 we met. We didn't really date then. We kind of went on a couple of dates, but we didn't date at that time. But we always kind of like stayed in each other's mind, and we never forgot about each other, and kind of reconnected over the years here and there. Just realizing that anytime she would come back in town, we like get a dinner or something like that. And 10 years later, she's living 15 minutes down the street from me in LA, and we had both just moved there. And I was only there by random circumstance, and she had moved there already. So it was really a situation where
it was a movie.
Yeah, a bit like a film. It's funny, yeah. I think even when I was walking down the aisle, we played that Daniel Caesar Her songs. If life is a movie, you're the best part. And I was just like, of course, this song is great for the Hollywood wedding, but but it was definitely like that. So I mean, we met then, and I told her, basically right then, like, back in the day, I knew that you were my person, but I was 18 years old, and it's kind of hard to conceive the rest of your life if you don't even have a path you're going down for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the time, she was real smart and was advanced in school, and by the time I met, we were the same age, but she was a senior and I was a freshman. She had skipped grades.
Oh, wow.
And so I kind of felt like maybe I was a little too maybe I wanted to have too much of a college experience, but
Yeah.
I think really it was me just being unsure about what my future even looked like as an artist, because I had planned to be a struggling artist for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like I made the decision, like if I'm gonna be broke, then we're gonna be broke making art. You know what I mean? So to not be broke and still be able to make art is pretty good.
For sure.
So you were ready for the hustle. You was ready to get in the mud.
And all I cared about was the art. I figured that
Right.
I could make money doing anything, but I couldn't make art making money. You know what I mean? So I had to figure out what's more important to me. Like if they're going to teach me to do this in college, and what does art eventually become for everybody? We're all going to just do graphic design, like
Right.
stuff for companies and stuff like that. I mean, where's the culture? So my whole thing was I felt compelled to be an artist. I was encouraged to be an artist by my family and my friends, my teachers, because I had shown an ability, a high level ability in it at an early age for illustration and painting. I worked with oils and oil pastels, acrylics and stuff, and pencil drawing, charcoal and stuff. And it was to the point where I think my teacher had told my mother that she thought I was like some artistic, wonder kind or genius or
Yeah.
something, where, I kind of thought it was funny, but maybe I took it to heart a little bit, where I'm like, if I do anything, I have to do something artistic, because
Yeah.
I wasn't given a gift or a drive to do this for no reason. So it has to be for a reason. So
Absolutely, it's for a reason. I think that's super dope. I think that's dope. And it's like I've always wanted to be an actress as well, like growing up. I've never really pursued it or anything like that. But I did like study, watching a lot of movies. I studied them. And I feel like I can like predict a lot of the stuff that goes on in movies, and people like people think I'm weird. They think you've seen this before. I'm like, no, it's just like watched so many movies that I just know that right here they're gonna say this. After this look and this saying, they're gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you I know you study film as well. Do you feel that way? Can you predict a lot of the next, not even just scenes, but like words even? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's so common. They say the same stuff, same mannerisms, everything.
It's sad, you know, my wife hates watching films with me. Because like she can't enjoy nothing. I'm just breaking down the craft all day.
Right.
Can't help but do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what ends up happening is I read a lot of scripts too. And you'll be 10 pages into a script and you'll know when it's going to change. Like when you read a lot of scripts and you realize that everybody must have went to the same school because they got the same structure. The English language only has so many expressions. And then like I was working on a movie with Tom Hardy and we were going back and forth about a line. And Tom said, we can't say this line. This line is too cliched. How many times in this instance has a man been doing this? And then someone said this.
Yeah.
He said, we can't do this line. It's too cliche. We have to think of something else.
Right.
And then so we sat there for an hour. Okay. And we like, okay, what's the best thing to say? What's the truly new inventive best thing to say? And we sat there for an hour and we realized, oh no, we're gonna have to say the thing where the guy says the thing that you know he's gonna say in order for and so, because the way the plot,
so that's why it seems like it's done on purpose.
It's done on purpose. It's done on purpose because plot works in Hollywood. Plot works in very specific ways, like 5 or 6 different ways that plot's going to work, and you know it when you're in that plot. You know what plot you're in because they give you the indicators. They almost want you to know what's coming next. So you sit there and you sit there and anticipate it, and it's that anticipation that kind of keeps you in the movie or kind of keeps you in the show. And if they thwart your anticipation just a little bit, they did everything, but then they switch it up by one, that's enough to keep you going to the next scene. You know, so everything is kind of designed to keep you, to hold you from moment to moment for maximum attention, maximum effect. It used to not always be like this because there used to be artists where you could just do whatever and it could be wrong. But now everybody they do an algorithm where it's dang near by the minute. He's like, oh, in this minute, this many people turned off. So we're gonna need something dramatic to happen, some suspenseful to happen every 5 minutes. And if you need to manufacture a suspenseful moment or something like that every 5 minutes, there's only so many things that you're going to be able to pull out of your butt to say, like, like, oh, well, then I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. Like I was doing a TV show where the guy, me and Bill Paxton are sitting at a table and the guy was like, what are you talking about? You're out of order. And guess what he said? Guess what he said right after that?
You're out of order.
Exactly. Exactly. No, you're out of order.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it on the first try. You know what they're gonna say. You know what they're gonna say. It's that same moment. It happens again and again and again.
And you work around it. You come up with everything you can possibly say, and then that runs out, and you end up back at the cliche thing.
And you're back at the cliche thing, and now you're trying to figure out how to do the cliche thing a little different than they did it last time.
Right.
And
no, you're out of order.
No, you're out of order. No, just question mark. It didn't work. All right, dang it.
You gotta do it the same way. It's the only way to work. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody do it that way. When we say no, you're out of order, that's the same way we look. You know, that's what we do. So I guess that's why it works.
It's also the patterns that we've adopted as human beings. If you go ahead and start listening to your friends talk, you'll be able to hear what
they about to say. Yeah,
exactly. It might be a little bit of our art reconditioning us. You know what I mean? We start to kind of be, art imitates life, but then life imitates the art.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We start speaking 100%. In the same cadences, in the same languages as the movies we've watched.
Speaking of which, a good question I wanted to ask. and I haven't heard anyone ask about this before, and I wanted to ask this. So the Hollywood lingo, the
Mhm.
Hollywood lingo. Tell us about that. Like, how do you like? I know when you get there, like even interviewing you, you guys drop terms that seem like everyday normal terms, but to me, it's like a Hollywood lingo. Like you said, if you get shot out of a cannon, you know what I mean? I hear that a lot, amongst
That's
actors.
that's a term, yeah.
So what, when you get there, where there's like all this Hollywood lingo things they're saying, like, hey kid, like that, you're gonna get shot out of the cannon. Don't worry about it. You know, what's some of the Hollywood lingo that was kind of funny, or got any Hollywood lingo that's weird, saying stuff? What's some of the stuff you guys say that you guys just understand as actors?
There's some things that I understood because before I showed up in Hollywood, I was in Chicago, but I was a stand-in for a TV show called Sirens that was there back in like 2014,
I think I heard. Yeah.
2013. And so basically what happened with me was I was the guy, the second lead. I was his main stand-in. So I worked every single day that he worked. I would set up the scene for him every single day. So I learned all the terminology and worked on a set for an entire season of television as a main, almost as a shadow of a main player. So by the time I got my own television show, I was really well versed in all the lingo and stuff. And I think that's probably why I was able to transition so quickly because I worked I worked in TV before I got a job on TV. You know what I mean?
Right. Hmm.
Okay.
And Chicago provided all those opportunities. I was there, and I was working as a real estate. The girl who helped me find this cheap apartment in Uptown, and she was an actress. Her name was Jill, and she said, "Well, she's still alive."
Shout out Jill.
And she said, but she said, "Oh, I like to do extra work and stuff." So she had me out there doing extra work, and she gave me the agency to do the extra work. But then I found out that the extras casting also casted the stand-in people who were just basically people who would stand there so the cameras and the light could light up a person that looks like the main guy while the main guy's learning his lines. And so that was just a main guy. I just looked like the main guy, and we became friends. We're still friends to this day out here in Hollywood. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was really well versed in that stuff. So my transition from theater to film, I think was made easier because before I even had the actual experience of being on camera, I literally shadowed a person for a whole entire season of television, doing the job that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 2017 is a hot year. You're blazing. You're all over the place. The show's out. You are on Hollywood Today, The Real.
Everything. The View, not The View, but The Talk or whatever.
Yeah, those are the two I wanted to really get to. You did the 48th NAACP Image Awards, the 43rd Annual People's Choice Awards, but you did The Real and The Talk. What was that like doing those two shows?
Those were the coolest experiences. I always wanted to do talk shows, and it's something that Warner Brothers had trained me for because we did mock Ellen interviews and mock Conan interviews. When you lead their shows, they really have a whole system for people to get to know you. And doing those with Bill, I didn't do The Real with Bill. He was in the hospital at the time, and I thought that he would recover, but I think he would pass away only like a few days after that. But those were really great experiences. The women on those shows were just amazing and fun, and we had a great time chatting it up. And yeah, I mean, it was also a little bit nerve-wracking because I've never done anything like that, and also people didn't know what my personality was, so I was gonna kind of come off. I didn't know how I was gonna, if people would like me, if they would think that I'm, weird or boring or something. I don't know, but I wanted to impress, the audience that would watch the show. I want them to buy into me and like me, and but I really enjoyed being on those shows and talking about my experiences. I got to talk about growing up in the movie store, and I got to talk about with The Real, I got to play my music. As my theme music, my intro music, I got to play "I Need Your Love," which is on that "Love Is Ours" EP. A great song. Check it out if you can. Put it on rotation. But
Period.
Definitely will.
You know what I mean? But I got to come out to that. If you could look it up online, and had all the girls dancing to my song, and before
on
we started the
YouTube?
interview, so it was fun.
YouTube?
Yeah. I think it's on YouTube. If you type in, Justin Cornwell on the reel, but also I Need Your Love if you just want to hear the song.
Okay. All right, hold on here. I got you right now. We're gonna do both. We're gonna do both right here. If you just tune in.
Yep, if you're just tuning in, it's your girl Foxy MC.
And it's your boy Godzilla.
Yo, when we on the steam room, we got an amazing interview. Oh my gosh, we got Justin Michael Cornwell, you guys. I'm so super excited. We're talking about all types of stuff. We talked about training day. We talked about the upcoming Umbrella Academy. A lot of stuff. You guys don't want to miss this. Keep it locked on the block. You hear me? It's going down. How you guys feeling tonight? I'm feeling freaking great.
All right, so we're gonna get into this scene here. I got Justin Cornwell on. I think this is on. I think you're talking about your ride along here.
Right, that's not the one where I come out and dance. They might not have it. I could
Okay.
screen share and show you the one I have because I have it uploaded.
Okay, perfect. Yep, even better. That's what I was about to do, but you got the best hand.
Yeah, so let me see. I could screen share this.
All right, awesome.
No.
I said, okay, you disabled participant screen sharing here.
I did. All right, let me enable that. Enable that. Probably just default. But I have to go right here. Screen share. Bands. Oh, sheesh. Can't find it. Oh, here, you know what? I'll do one
You know what
better.
I could do? I think I can send you this link and you can play it.
Okay, I'm actually gonna make you okay, here you go. I'm gonna make you there you go. I just made you the host now.
Okay, I'm the host.
The man with the plan now.
I'm sharing the screen.
Okay.
See it?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Be tuning in. We're live with Justin Cornwell. We're watching his scene from The Real where he turned up with the ladies of The Real. Let's see it. Oh yeah, using the crew that morning.
Jenny Ma about to bust it down right here.
Shout out Jeezy. Shout out Young Jeezy. That's how you enter a show. That's how you come in. Hey, I know you were born somewhere else, but you got that shot time in you, man. That's how you come into a show right there.
Yeah, man, that was good fun. That was a lot of fun.
Well, I want to get into your music, man. Let's get into some music, man. I want to play this. I wouldn't say it's my favorite because I got to listen to the other songs more and quit playing this one so much. But I like Slow Death, man. So can we play a little bit of Slow Death?
Let's do it.
All
It's
right.
a bit of it's a really unique song for me. I don't think it's like any other songs that I put together.
Yes, it's different. It's real. It's a bit dark, but it's not dark as the title sounds.
It's dark, but I think it's thought like I'm thinking. I'm not giving up, but I'm seeing everything around me. You know, when you move here to LA, there's a lot of homelessness. there's a lot of drug use, and there's a lot of chaos and people in crisis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Slow Death is a little bit of an observation about this town, really, and about what happens to those people, how those people get there, their dreams die, and then they slowly die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
I
do
mean,
it.
it's a bit dark, but it's you know.
Pretty
It's
deep.
real. It's
Yeah.
real. All right, if you haven't heard it yet, it's playing on Block 1000 Radio. It's also video of the week on squarebox1000.com. And we're live with the man himself. So we're gonna play Slow Death. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
In my dreams, it's just my soul. My body and my mind let go. Forever's just 1 minute old. Is this real? I just don't know. Colors in the air, they glow. Dancing in the light, they flow. Forever's just 1 minute old. And so in my
I'm kind of explaining a bit of a. It's kind of abstract. I'm kind of explaining having a trip to do some drugs.
Slow day. Slow day. Slow day. Wide awake and I'm on the go.
Yeah.
Wild streets, the police, the mob piece, you already know. You were losing this time. You can't breathe in and out. Going down, 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 down. Slow day. Slow day. Slow day.
Hey.
Slow day. British money master, give you what you ask for. Turn all the beauty in this world to disaster. Tell me you real, you just real for the cash flow. So how I feel, you just laugh, no, you don't rob. No, don't see what. No, no, yeah, my mind's so sick. Oh, oh. Slow day.
Yeah. Yeah, I told y'all this a banger.
Slow
I told y'all it was a banger.
Yeah.
Hey.
Slow day. Slow day. Slow day. Slow day. Slow day.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, thank you.
Yo.
Thank you.
Yo.
Did
That's
you
my
produce
shit.
that?
That's my
Yeah, I
shit.
produced it here,
That's
yeah.
my exact question. That's my
Oh.
exact question. Tell us
Yeah.
about these production skills, man.
I've been producing music for almost 15 years. You know, before I moved to
Ah.
Chicago, I probably had produced over 100 songs before I even came out to Chicago and decided to give acting my best shot. I thought my music production skills had grown so much. I honestly thought that somebody was going to find me. Somebody was going to find me and I was going to be doing music. You know what I mean?
I found you. I
David
found you.
Kanye, huh? Look,
I
Kanye.
found you. Hey,
I say David Tauber
this is-
found me. He got me on the
this is one
Jingle
of the
Jangle
hardest.
track.
This is one of the hottest artists in the making right here. I'm an
Hey,
artist
hey.
myself. I'm an artist myself, but you know what I'm saying. I just come out the doghouse when they ask me to. You know? I come out the doghouse when they ask me to, but we got artists in the making over here, so we found you. You know, please, if you just got beats sitting around, you know what I'm saying.
That's the thing. I don't. My whole situation with me was I started producing music because I couldn't find anybody to make the kind of beats I was into that worked with my vocal range, because my voice is deeper, but I can also hit higher notes, but I can't hit all the high notes, so it sits at a baritone, and it's a weird space. So when they came with me with the Jingle Jangle song, I was like, oh, musical. I've only done like 2 other musicals and on stage, and it was a challenge for me. But when they sent me the track that was written by Phil Lawrence, who was part of the Smeezingtons, so he like wrote Uptown Funk, 24 Karat Magic and stuff like that with Bruno Mars and stuff. By the time they sent me I was like, oh my God, it sits perfectly in my voice. This is a perfect song for my voice. And like, I knew, like, when I heard the song, I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going to get this. This is me. So, I started making beats just so I can have my own base of music that worked for my voice, and also kind of the stuff I wanted to do, because I wanted to sing, but I also wanted to have a edge. I wanted to find something to talk about. Like, it's hard for me to write. I used to write a lot of dance music. I still write dance songs every once in a while. I'm feeling the mood, but it became harder and harder for me to write that kind of stuff. And I wanted more somber stuff, especially after I watched my stepdad pass away. And I wanted to write stuff that was more real,
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
It usually happens. Yeah.
That's definitely a banger. Definitely
Trying to
one of
get
my
deeper.
joints, man.
And I want to get into the standard questions, man. The Block 1000 questions we usually ask. I'll shoot them off quick. We'll jump around. Want to play some more? Hey, I honestly, this interview ends. Your interview ends on Block 1000 when you say it does. Okay, that's how it
All
goes.
right.
That's how it goes on Block 1000.
I do have a thing to do, so I got a little more time. We can keep rapping.
Okay, cool. Here we go. What is your best habit?
My best habit.
Yep.
Not giving up. Consistency. How about that?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Habit
it.
is consistency is kind of a cheap answer, but whatever.
I like it. I like it. What's your worst habit?
I'm scatterbrained, so I guess it happens with a lot of artists. Forgetfulness, then.
Forgetfulness. Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah,
Guilty.
I'm gonna have the same.
Yeah.
I might have the
Gotta keep it real. I forget to lock the door, man.
Oh, man. You always forgetting your keys and stuff like that.
Always, man.
Oh my God.
I lose every ticket at the parking garage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Man.
I'll ask the loaded question. We'll keep the question in the box. So, are you an enthusiast? Does it have anything to be an enthusiast? We'll call it, as I am myself.
I would say that I'm an art enthusiast, I'm enthusiastic about art.
No, I mean, in the area of botany. Having to do with the memory being bad. Are you an enthusiast in the area of botany in any way?
I don't think so. I'm not even sure what you're asking me.
Do you smoke weed?
Yeah.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer.
You said botany. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I said, well, does the memory being jammed up sometimes have anything to do with being an enthusiast? And then
yes. I see what you mean. Now I get what you're saying. And is my memory bad because I'm high? No, actually, I think it's my ADHD, man.
we all back in the day, you know, smoking shit.
I'm not saying that I don't, but if I find myself, where you at? You in Chicago right now?
We're 2 hours outside of Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you know me, man. I live here in LA where, you know, you can grow your own if you want.
Right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We'll be there one day. We'll be there one day.
I mean, it grows on trees out here, so you know, ain't nobody chopping it down.
Yep, I heard that, man. It's very famous now. It's so famous now.
I mean, I think I used to smoke more in Chicago because it was like something to do. I think it was because
Yeah.
like also like you when you got with the people that you was gonna smoke with, like y'all worked real hard to get that bag. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't put in time, effort. Y'all got together. You know what I'm saying? Like that bag was hard fought. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
everybody had the bag for some money. You know?
Here now, you're just like, you want to bet, you just call up the number. They'll be there in less than under an hour, guaranteed.
Yes, we
And so it becomes a little more. It becomes a little less of a. I remember like because if you the guy who like knew a dude and you always had it, people would congregate around you. There's so many artists who I became friends with because, you know, maybe they didn't have it or it was broke. They come around, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, not people aren't broke forever, not going to be in the same place, you know, that you are 5 years from now. So it was like a tool, like a social tool, like drinking was, but you know, the people I hung out with didn't want to drink all the time. You know what I mean? Because you can't control. You can't really make great art when you're drunk. You know what I mean? I mean, some people can, but I think art is harder to do when you're drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have any control of your faculties, and a little forgetfulness ain't bad. What you say?
Right. You're not in your right mind when you're drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't even
So,
think. You
yeah.
know?
So I think that's why, you know, everybody end up. That's probably how we met.
Yeah,
You know, but you know.
Well, yeah, just was a question. It was a loaded question. I tried to see if you guys could catch it. But
I didn't catch it. I'm slow.
it's all good. No, it's all good. Next question. If you had to choose 3 foods to live with forever, what would they be? And this is a tough question, tougher question than you think. 3 foods to live with forever, what would they be? And when we say those 3 foods, we mean 3 individual foods.
Right.
3
Okay.
individual, you know.
Does that count the seasonings?
You get salt and pepper. You get salt, pepper, and you get water.
And anything else beyond that is I can't have.
Well, that's the only thing you given: salt, pepper, and you get water as a given. So you get to pick 3 foods and a drink.
Okay,
To live
so
with forever.
potatoes.
Okay,
Okay.
great choice.
Chicken breast
Great fucking choice.
Yep.
and spinach.
Spinach.
Okay.
Okay, you a
Yeah.
vegan, vegetarian?
No, I need
Oh,
the
you
fiber.
said chicken breast. You said chicken breast. I'm tripping.
I need the fiber because if
I
I'm gonna
love-
be eating,
I
if I'm
love
gonna be
spinach.
eating chicken and
We
potatoes,
just had
Yeah,
pizzas come in right now, and I wouldn't have bet I had nothing to do with it, but I wouldn't have bet there's spinach on it. There's spinach on those pizzas? There's definitely, look, 100%.
and it's not that I love spinach, but I understand how nutrients in my body gonna work. So if I'm eating meat and potatoes and I'm not eating enough fiber to pass all that, I'm gonna be sick, man. You know what I mean?
So
So
you need
I'm
the
gonna
greenest drink. You need the
yeah.
greenest
So you
drink.
need greens. I think people overlook that, but if you need an essential like list, potatoes was my carb, chicken breast would be my protein, and I get my fiber from spinach.
Great. That was
No.
fast. People
Yeah.
usually take a long time to answer these questions. That was pretty
Yeah.
fast.
I need some hot sauce though. I need some hot sauce.
That's
That's my drink. I don't need a drink. I already got water. I already got water, salt. I already got salt.
I think he found a cheat code.
That's hilarious.
Holy crap, I think you're the first one to find a cheat code. He's subbing out his drink for hot sauce and he just keeps the water.
Right.
I guess technically he could do that, right?
Yeah,
So
why
they-
not? Yeah.
He wants to drink hot sauce.
Mhm.
You don't drink, but you use it as a condiment. So now
I know.
I'm not thirsty. If I have to live off of this forever, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able to sustain me and also be able to make it okay. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because hot sauce is kind of like a seasoning for Black people. You know what I'm saying?
But I
It's-
think
mean,
he broke the
that
cheat code. He
flavor.
broke the cheat code though by putting it in the drink slot. I think he broke the
Yeah,
code.
he did.
it's
Yeah.
a liquid. You know what I mean? And I think that
Yeah.
also, the hot sauce, you're gonna need it with all the potatoes and chicken with no salt on and with no
But you got
seasoning.
no flavor, no
Aaron,
seasoning.
Well, you
so
get
yeah,
salt, pepper. You get salt, pepper. You got that spinach.
No
Yeah.
garlic?
nothing.
No
just
garlic.
Salt, pepper. Salt,
See,
pepper.
without salt and pepper to me is nothing.
It is nothing. I know, but it's something when you got the potatoes, chicken, and spinach. That salt on that spinach.
I'm just saying.
It's gonna be bringing life to it. But you got the hot sauce too, man.
With the
You
hot
gonna be
sauce, you good.
You're gonna be making fake greens and everything with the spinach.
That's right. Chicken breast, chicken
Chicken all
tender,
spinach.
hot sauce
Yeah.
dripping.
Yeah, okay, I see you. I see
When you get real good at it, you know what I'm saying, is that you fry the potato, you know what I'm saying, till it becomes a little cake, like a latke, something like that.
I know what you're talking about, a potato pancake. That's
And then you put the
chicken.
chicken on the potato pancake, you know what I'm saying, with the sauce, and then you got yourself a meal. You be eating that, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna make two
Okay,
potato
okay.
pancakes, and I'm gonna put the chicken breast in between it and put the spinach on it like it's a lettuce.
Bam, you got
Some
your
hot
sandwich,
sauce on it, and I got a sandwich. There
chicken
we
breast
go.
potato sandwich, man.
Sandwich.
Chicken breast potato sandwich. I love it. All right. Let's see. Where would you like to live in your old age and why?
Old age. I'd still like to, I hope that I have the energy to want to still travel and live everywhere. If I could have, one place to me feels like anything that's like feels like doom. You know what I mean? If I'm stuck in one place, then it's like, oh, here's an old bed I sleep in and die in this bed. It's like, it just feels like doom. So I mean, I would love to have multiple places to live in my old age and be able to travel freely between multiple places.
Okay, but if
I had to choose,
if an eagle came down from the sky,
if I had to choose, in my old age,
yeah, you get about
I'll give
you room to travel. We'll say you're 75 and you gotta pick.
I don't know. I think I'd move to Canada or something like that.
Canada? Why?
Yeah. One, it's nice. It's not, they're better with guns and all the craziness over there. My whole thing is I'd get out of America. I lived
For sure, same. You should go to Africa though. But I mean, okay, Canada.
I haven't been there, but I'm down to go. I think it's just maybe I'm just thinking of places that I've been, but Switzerland was really nice. I could retire there. Switzerland's kind of one of those places where it feels like a retirement community. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I don't want to try to persuade nobody or sway none or start no trend. It's already trending. I don't know if you've seen it, and maybe you can debunk or either tell us whether it's true or maybe this interview will get seen and maybe it'll happen. But word on the street is I just heard it. Okay, this is what I heard. This is the hot tea. We heard that you were possibly offered to do a role or some type of lead part in the adaptation of Black Panther. Is that true or not?
Nah, I've never heard of that. I wish that would be cool. Somebody said as soon as Jingle Jangle come out, he should be Black Panther. And I'm like, that's big.
It was trending. It was trending. They were saying that you were supposedly in that role and secretly working on something. So
Who
maybe
said
I don't
that?
know.
I
You might
didn't
be
see that.
capping.
I
It
don't
might
check
be
Twitter.
true. I don't know, man. You might be capping right now. That might be true. You
'Cause
guys
he's
think
an
he's working on
actor,
Black
y'all.
Panther? Not
Duh.
telling us?
I think they might be talking about. I think they might be talking about Havoc.
No.
No, man, I'm not in Black Panther, man. I did already Christmas Black Panther. It was Jingle Jangle.
But you should be some type. I can see you as some type of superhero for sure. You should be
Libra.
some type of.
Well, I mean, I'm a superhero in Umbrella Academy.
So shout out to
Okay,
the whole production team and director of Black Panther. On behalf of us,
we say yes. We vote
Yeah.
yes for him.
Go yes.
Yeah, we all vote.
You vote
Can we
him
get a
in.
yes? We got people in the studio. Can we get a yes, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get it. We all vote yes if there was a vote. We're voting yes. So we'll see
I'm
what
I'm down for Black Panther.
That's
I
what's up.
definitely would want to get in there, but in a meaningful place. I think that it'd be a crime for me to have to. It'd be a crime for me to try to take
Yeah.
Phil Chadwick's shoes. I definitely would want something that I could originate. I would want something that I
Yeah,
could
pick
bring
up
my own
story.
thing
Just a
to.
yeah, news story, pick up story. I don't know. I got a knack for writing. So, cousin comes, he figured out they done murked his cousin. He's sly. He from a whole nother part of Africa where they don't fuck around, bro. You talking about thought y'all knew how to fight.
I'm T'Challa variant.
Yeah, Shala Berry. He comes out, he's mad, y'all. What happened to my cousin? You feel me? And they like, man, we don't know. So he starts investigating. And then in the investigation, they like, yo, we got to get rid of him. And then they chase him, and they chase him all the way to the deepest part of Africa where there's a whole new tribe of superheroes. And he's the leader of them. And then they're trying to stop the war between him and this other tribe because it's not worth it. He just mad about his cousin. But they steady coming at his head. And he's like, bro, quit playing with me. You feel me? And I'm not trying to fight with y'all. We together on this. And then they like, nah, bro. You was over
You want to
here
know?
with your cousin. You feel me?
You know what I think? Like, I'm not in Black Panther, so you can rest assured I'm telling you the truth. But what I honestly feel like is that if they're going to take the storyline anywhere, they're going to take it beyond Africa, because what ends up happening, and I think is the only thing about Black Panther that really kind of threw me. It was hard for me to watch the movie because I'm like, look at these beautiful Black people kill each other.
I feel you on that. I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
It's hard to watch, you know what I mean? Like, we've been waiting for this.
That's why I
Right.
said
We're
you
waiting
gotta
for a
stop.
$200 million representation where Black people are killing each other. You know what I mean?
That's why I say you gotta stop it. You trying to stop it, and they steady coming at you because they scared that you want the throne because you're the last real heir to the throne because it was how you was whatever. That was your cousin. And
Man, I think they're gonna start involving the gods and stuff like the Panther god. I think just like in this new Moon Knight, how they got the gods coming down and stuff like that. I think they're gonna have the Panther god
actually
come
really
down. You
look
know
like
what I'm saying?
they'll actually really look
Okay.
like they from where they from this time because I don't know that last what was that movie? Gods of Egypt or whatever what it was.
It was Gods of damn. Hold on, is that me? Oh no, that's me. Hold on, sorry. Technical difficulties. All right. All right, we should be back. All right, we had some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, but we are back. All right.
Come on, Devin. All right, we're back. Technical difficulties. All right, we lost you though. We see you, but we can't hear you. Okay. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, it's your boy Godzilla,
Yo, it's your girl Foxy MC.
and you're listening to the Steam Room. It's been a minute, but we are back. And of course, we always try to bring it. And we brought you Justin Michael Cornwell today from Jingle Jangle, Training Day, and numerous other projects. He's an artist. He's a singer. We just played the song Slow Death. I told you that Slow Death was hot.
Yeah, definitely.
I told you that was hot. We're going to get into another joint. What's the joint you like?
Oh my gosh, something good.
Something good. All right, we're going to check out something good then. And
So amazing. I love it. Yes, super dope artist
I'm back here.
all around. Okay,
Yep, we
got
hear you.
back.
It's just that my battery running low. So I was saying, I'm probably out 15 minutes if you guys don't mind.
okay, no problem. Tell 'em up.
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Questions off fast. So, would you rather give up the internet forever or music forever?
Okay. Yeah, damn. Probably the music, because if I gave up the internet, I think it's a lot of things I won't have access to anymore as far as learning and stuff. And I have other artistic outlets that allow me to get the same fulfillment that I get out of music. And even right now, I haven't made a song in a couple weeks, so you know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cash or card?
Card. Only credit, but no dial pin thing.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, 100%.
Oh.
I've always been that guy because I need Metal Gear and I need Final Fantasy. I guess that's my thing on PlayStation.
Well, I'm Team Xbox, so and who's PlayStation? So that's,
PlayStation.
I'm holding down Xbox. Everybody be PlayStation, but I'm holding it down
PlayStation all the way.
for
Real gamers,
Xbox
real
lovers.
gamers play PlayStation.
You see this arcade here? Were you ever good at arcades?
we able.
Yeah.
This was an arcade with 3,000 games. Every game we ever played, if you ever visit the studio, you pick the game and it's going down.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I'm back out there.
That's what's up. Let us know, man. You're more than welcome. Marvel or DC?
Marvel, kind of easy question.
I know. No, hey, bro, you'd be surprised out here.
But if DC call me, then DC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. That's different. I never asked an actor that question. Not an established actor that question. So good answer. Favorite song?
Right. I don't want to ruin my opportunities on this podcast.
Right. As a fan only. Favorite song of all time?
Damn. That's kind of tough. You want to know? I honestly feel like it's probably "Yesterday" by the Beatles. But the way Boyz II Men do it. But the Boyz II Men version is like, yesterday. The Boyz II Men version got more soul.
Over murdered it, over killed it. Yes,
it was better than the original.
Yeah,
because the Beatles didn't have good harmony.
Yeah,
they couldn't. They were like none of them could sing. Huh?
Oh shit! Hold on.
Ain't nobody. Wasn't no one like it's like I'm the best singer. You could watch that documentary. None of these guys believed that they were the best singer. And they weren't great singers, but they had great melodic understanding. Like they understand how to make a melody, how to make a chorus. They were great instrumentalists, but they couldn't sing. You know what I mean?
Boyz II Men murdered it. Took it.
Boyz II Men. Whew, that was. I mean, I think it's also that song makes me cry. I think it's also because it helps me remember everybody I lost, and I've lost a lot of people in my life. So it just kind of feels like, it holds a space for me because it's not just about doom and gloom. It's also about healing and being grateful for the life that someone had. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So favorite movie of all time?
Of all time? Well,
Yes.
It would still be the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder.
Wow.
Who a lot of
second person said that?
I love that.
who a lot of Geronicus is based off of. If you go back and watch Jingle Jangle, you might see 20, 30 Gene Wilder, really Willy Wonka references, and it's also David Talbert's favorite movie. It was my favorite movie. So when I read the script and I got with David, it's almost like, of course, we're doing this film together. It's like two people whose favorite movie, we talk the same language. We have the same, our imagination comes from the same like soul in the same place. And we see that in each other. And that, I think also that's why we remain friends, and we did this film together.
That's what's up.
That's definitely what's up. So if you can meet anyone in the world, who would you meet?
Living or dead?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Ooh. Frederick Douglass.
Okay, wow.
Why Frederick?
I want to see. I've written a script about Frederick Douglass. He's a really interesting guy. I want to see what his actual cadence was, because he captivated a whole room of people. He went from slavery to international fame and became one of the biggest speakers, doing the most engagements of anybody all around the world. And I just want to see what his speech patterns were like. I want to feel what that energy must have been like in a room when he was giving a speech, because you can have James Earl Jones or somebody like this say his words, but we don't have any recordings of him. So we don't know what he really sounded like. We don't know the timbre of his voice. We don't know how loud he was. Did he talk softer or did he bellow? I mean, I really want to know what Frederick Douglass sounded like. So if I could meet anybody,
That's
I'd meet him.
deep. That's pretty deep.
Yeah,
Definitely ever thought
pretty
about
deep.
that. Wow.
So
That's super important too. Because like, yeah, they can spin a narrative. Like
Yeah.
you said, you never know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at Barack Obama, right? If there was no recordings of him, how would we describe his speech?
Yep.
He talks like this, and he does that. Like
like
if you were,
Martin.
if you were
Like
just
Martin
if you,
Luther King.
yeah. Like
Sounds
Martin,
like
you
Martin. Yeah.
kind of like Martin mixed with Malcolm. But
Yeah.
if you didn't have a recording of any of these guys, how would you know what they sounded like? I've been to the mountaintop, like that kind of thing. Like maybe he was captivating in a way that it vibrated with people. And I also understand that he did get a lot of his speech patterns from a pastor, so it might have been a bit churchy, but you still don't know that because there's a big difference in how a preacher would talk and Martin's, you know, the way his voice sat, you know what I mean, and how he landed on the word, you know what I mean, it had power. And Frederick must have been enacting some of that, you know, alchemy when he spoke. So I would love to be able to examine that.
For sure.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, if you could, I'm gonna skip that question. I haven't asked anyone this question for some reason. I've skipped over it. I put it on this list, and it made the list, but I haven't asked it. Maybe I have. All right. If you could go back 50 years in time and change something, what would it be?
50 or 15?
50.
50 years in time.
I didn't ask.
But I would change along the way because I would start changing stuff before I got to 50.
Well,
years.
I mean, you know that one thing, that one change, like they always say, if there was a time machine, would cause multiple changes. But I never asked that question because it makes people have to calculate, like, okay, what was happening 50 years ago exactly? That's why I never asked the damn question.
I think, I mean, it's also like 50 years ago. You know, I mean, like,
What was happening?
I would get it so Reagan wasn't president. It's something, you know, I don't know. You know, I stopped Bill Clinton from doing the crimes bill. Something, I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'd stop George Bush from doing the war in Iraq. I don't know, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We got to go back further. Let me see. We're in 2022.
50 years ain't that long ago.
We got to go. I know. We got to go. Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn. You're right. Shit.
We're in 2021, so 50 years is like what? 1970s?
Yep.
What? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would reopen Studio 64. What is it? I stop it from closing.
I would stop him from killing Scarface.
That's right.
All right. What 4 words best describe you, Justin?
It's probably a half-witted quote from Willy Wonka. Music maker, dreamer of dreams. You know what I mean? And I think that describes me. It's on my Instagram. Music maker, dreamer. You know what I mean? That's who I am. You know what I mean? I don't not only dream dreams, but I present dreams for other people to dream. You know.
Wow. That's pretty deep.
And so I think that kind of describes me.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. So, you say you're working on like film. Like, what type of film could we look forward to? Like, what type of movies could we look forward to coming from Justin? You know what I'm saying?
Well, after Umbrella Academy, Netflix and me, we still got a good relationship. So we got another film already in the can. It's me and Tom Hardy, Forrest Whitaker, Timothy Oliphant, with Gareth Evans, who did The Raid back in 2007. And it's an action thriller, kind of in the vein of old martial arts films in some ways, but also updated to feel new camera stuff that you probably haven't seen before. And it's a decently budgeted film, you know. So you're going to be able to see that. I just finished principal photography on a film that I produced as well called $1 Million Bet.
Yeah.
That film was made by a bunch of Austrian filmmakers who got a grant from the Austrian government to make more films for the American markets and markets abroad with American actors and stuff. And so we made the film off of a grant, and we just finished that in Vegas. It's about poker players making crazy bets. And so we just finished 2 months. We did that for a month and a half, and we just finished that. And right now, I'm gearing up, for my next, project, trying to look for the next script that really talks to me. And there's lots of scripts out here in Hollywood, but I don't want to jump at everything just because it's there. I want to find something that really I'm supposed to be in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel you.
So, I'm in a position in my career where I don't have to rush to get the next thing to pay my rent, but I also, don't want to go broke, so I need to find another job at some point.
So what about creating like your own? Like what about creating your own film, your own job, you know what I'm saying? And jobs for other actors and actresses coming up, like writing. How do you feel about that? Writing and then directing and producing your own film.
Well, that's the thing. Like I just said, like I did produce that film and rewrote the script on it. So that
Oh,
was
you
a bit
did?
of yeah. So that was
That's
a bit of that.
amazing.
I'm also and I do, like I said, I wrote a film. Was really crazy. I've been writing films for a while, and I was in Chicago and I met up with Fred Hampton Jr. And this is way before the Fred Hampton movie came out. And I wrote a film and I wrote a script about his life and William O'Neill and the kind of intersection. And it also had to do with the black cop who was part of the raid that killed Fred Hampton. There was one black cop in that raid.
Wow. Okay.
And so it was the duality of that black cop, William O'Neill, and Fred Hampton. And it was kind of three different stories of these three black men and how they kind of converged in that moment. And also it took the other route where it looked at Edward Hanrahan, who was the general attorney of Chicago at the time, and how the corruption, how he wanted to be mayor so bad, he allowed the corruption in Chicago to get really out of hand during that time. And the police were running rampant, where Fred and his team really felt like they had to take control of the streets because the cops were, running up in places and raping women and stuff like that. So,
Wow.
and so my story kind of focused. It was a bit different because it focused on the activist, but it also focused on the kind of like the insurgents. You know what I mean? But and also the establishment of what made this environment so volatile in this time in Chicago. So my script was a bit more heady than Judas and the Black Messiah, but I took it to macro. Uh, Literally 4 months after they brought Judas to them, and they had a meeting with me and even told me about Judas and stuff. And at that point, I kind of stopped revising that script and just like, man, well, they already got the blessings of Fred Jr. and his mom and everything. So it's kind of hard to make this one. If I feel like if I did though, I still feel like there's so much more story to be told about the Rainbow Coalition, about everything that was going on in Chicago at that time with the Panthers, that it could be a TV show. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
actually expand more than just a couple hours and really dig into what the Panthers were about, but also both sides of the coin with the political stuff. So you could tell the political story, you could tell the Panther story, you could tell the story about the police, almost like it was The Wire, but it was set in Chicago during that time.
Yeah. That would
So
be
that was that. And
okay.
so I
Go
had
ahead and
plenty.
write that. Why not? That's
Well,
all.
I mean,
That's all
I
you
did
do.
write it.
Right.
But I want to see it, man, because I definitely read the books,
Well, I
and
mean,
I
make
definitely
it
it was somebody you heard the name mentioned, and somebody I heard my parents talk about, and they had deep Chicago ties to the right people. So
Right.
yeah, I've seen all the movies, but yeah, that's an interesting angle.
I
That's a
mean,
good
Fred
one.
Hampton Jr., when I met him, there's a mural down in Chicago. I was with a rap group, Rebel Diaz, at the time, hanging out with them, and they helped paint that mural. So we went down there for the unveiling of Fred Hampton's mural, and his son came out, and then we all went with his son to where he got shot. And so, the picture that I have, I think it's still on my Instagram. It's me and Fred Jr. in front of where Fred got shot, in front of that old house. And I think that was back in 2012 or 2013 that I did that. And I've been thinking about trying to make that movie since then. And literally, as soon as I had a script and made it to Hollywood, got in front of the people who actually ended up making Judas and the Black Messiah anyway, they already had the script, so they didn't steal my ideas or nothing. But but I just thought it was a coincidence. Oh, I must be on to something. I'm thinking in the same synergy as these people.
Yep.
And so I have another script that I wrote. Me and my buddy Adam, we wrote a script about Frederick Douglass, and the script about Frederick Douglass is it kind of teeters on a bit on Scandal, because he had a white assistant that he got from UK, and there was a whole bunch of this, and it's kind of a warts and all story for him too, but it's also about him and his mentor, and his mentor was a white abolitionist who was an abolitionist, but he wanted to be the person to bring Black people freedom. You know what I mean? He's like, Black people, you want this freedom, you got to come through me. You know what I'm talking about? And he was mad that Frederick said that only Black people can deliver their own freedom. And then him and Frederick kind of got into odds about the Constitution, because Frederick believed that the Constitution can be made the way that it was to free the slaves, and his buddy said that they had to basically abolish the whole Constitution for slaves to be free. And this is all before the Civil War, so this is in the 15 years directly preceding the Civil War. And in the time, it's a really interesting time in American history, because white people and Black people were working in tandem so hard that white people said, "Now we're gonna kill the people that look like us to stop this." There was something going on so powerful in America at the time that people were taking up arms to fight racism. You could look at a John Brown type figure, you know what I mean? And people were literally taking up arms to fight racism. Like, people aren't even going that hard against racists today.
Yeah, no cap.
And I felt like, where's our John Brown in 2022? We don't have one. So so when I look at white people in this time are kind of my heroes. Like, I have a lot of, like, people like John Brown and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, these people are heroes, man. You don't see their like today. I mean, you definitely see people out there who are activists. But
I was about to say, some of them are pretty fake. They kind of act like they're for us or whatever like that.
right,
But it's
virtue
just
signaling, basically, right?
yeah, exactly. And just for the cloud, or just to say, Black Lives Matter, and just to be with
Right,
the
put up a
trend,
black square.
whatever's happening, want to be cool or something, but they're not putting no action in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you're right.
John Brown,
he's not here today.
he went off and fought, and he made his kids fight, and they all died.
Wow.
Him and his kids, they all died trying to free the slaves.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's the kind of thing, like, they were actively anti-racist during
Exactly.
slavery.
Exactly. Yep.
And it seems like we're not as actively anti-racist as we are now. I think it was so prevalent back then, like, you were either racist or you weren't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hold on real quick. I'm gonna have to do something. 2 seconds.
Show us a picture.
I turn the lights on here. You want to see a picture? What kind of
Yeah.
picture?
I don't know, painting or some dope. Maybe
You see this picture right here? This is a picture I did of my wife.
Wow.
If it focuses here. I got it printed on this kind of cool
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's dope.
board here.
That's dope.
Let's see what else I got here. You could probably see this one on my Instagram.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
That's dope. And that's the actual art they
Wow.
use.
This is actually, I used it, I drew it in that print and I compiled it and I made this print from on the canvas. So this isn't the actual art. It's a print. Yeah, lots of stuff. I think I got one more thing I'll show you here.
Okay. If you just tuned in, man, or you're
Working
watching
on some
live with
comic book
Justin Mark.
designs for him.
Nice.
That's dope.
That kind of stuff.
It's the real deal. The real deal. We're live with Justin Michael Cornwell. Checking out his art. He's an artist, a singer, a rapper, plays instruments. I mean, this guy.
You're playing made for you and play something good. Isn't that the one you want to hear?
We were actually playing something good, low key, the whole time.
Oh,
So we
okay.
were just talking. That was actually the background music. But
Nice.
we're gonna get into Foxy MC's favorite. If you just tuned in, it's your boy Godzilla.
It's your girl Foxy MC.
We're with Justin Michael Cornwell. We don't got much time, but we're gonna get into another joint right now. This is something good. Keep it locked on the block.
Yeah.
All those lonely days, all those lonely nights, looking for the one to put in your life. Where you gonna find? Girl, you're so fine, you're the way you whine. You got all these dudes waiting, let me skip the line. I know you need some love, baby. At your service, I'm in danger. Baby, I know you need some love. I know you need some time. I know what's on your mind. I gotta make you mine. Cause girl, you are so black. Come on and say yeah. Let me get that body, baby. Put me to the test. I'ma make you feel something good. I'ma make you feel something good. And then I'll take your check with diamonds on your back. When you give it to me, you know that you are the best. Yes, you gon' make me feel something good. You gon' make me feel something yeah. I think it's time that we undress. Deep in your soul, I'll find myself. Don't give your heart to no one yeah. I am on fire. I feel like nothing can stop me now. In a row, that's all that I know. When I'm in your soul, it glows. Cause girl, you are so bad. Come on and say yes. Let me get that body, baby. Put me to the test. I'ma make you feel something good. I'ma make you feel something good. And then I'll take your check. We diamonds on your back. When you give it to me, you know that you are the best. Yes, you gon' make me feel something good. You gon' make me feel something yeah.
Hey.
If you didn't know now, you know that's that Justin Michael Cornwell. Not only do we got Jingle Jangle, not only do we got Training Day, Havoc, not only do we got another secret movie coming up with Forrest Whitaker. If you missed it, you missed it. We ain't gonna keep talking about it. But that was something good by Justin Michael Cornwell, another smash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's so crazy that like we really mess with the music, like so.
Like the vocals on that song is crazy.
So
Thank
we
you.
gotta put something good on the station. Something good. Can we put?
Hell yeah.
We gotta get something good on the station. Hold on, it's still rolling here. Let's go into your next joint.
For sure.
Okay, all right. That was made for you. We was playing that with two in the background a little bit, but definitely.
Love your music.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, you guys. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get it out there as an independent artist, and I'm not with any label or anything like that. So most of my stuff, I just push myself. I try to get placement in different stuff myself. That way I can retain most of my sales. Of course, you don't get the big push, but I figure, as I grow with my acting stuff, I think my music will start to have more of a natural outlet
Yeah.
for
You're
people
the
who might
real
want to hear.
deal. You're double,
You're
you're a double-bladed sword. You're the real deal. Like, and you show that, like I say, going from Training Day to Jingle Jangle, like you showed it that you're a double sharp double-bladed sword. You actually sing. They don't have to, train you to do certain parts. You're just really a threat. You can go left, you can go right, you can do action, you can do shock value, you can do horror if you wanted to. I mean, like I say, man, just scratching the surface. And that doesn't mean everything you ain't done. Like you taking big bites in Hollywood out there,
Man, I'm
man.
taking big swings out here, man, and I'm fearless because I didn't have anything, and it wasn't the worst time of my life. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
known to give people nicknames. And right now I think I just found yours. Big Bite Mike. That's Big Bite Mike right there, man. He didn't go to
oh
Hollywood.
no,
He didn't go to
big bite,
Hollywood.
Mike.
He didn't go to Hollywood taking crumbs. You feel me? He didn't go to Hollywood taking crumbs, man.
Nah, I came for that
He
number
didn't
one
go to Hollywood
spot.
taking crumbs. He went out there taking bites off the cookie. Give it up for my man, Justin. I seen him come out the mud. The shit is real. Earned.
You see me,
Earned.
man? Evil olive
Earned.
without diversity, man.
Yeah. Yes. Earned. You know what I'm saying? That shit is earned. So shout out to Michael, man. We got a few more
Word.
questions. We don't want to hold you too long, man. There's
Yeah,
super
throw 'em
few.
at me, throw 'em at me.
Okay, who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian is probably Dave Chappelle. You know how it goes.
Yeah, shout out Dave Chappelle.
You know, there's lots of comedians. I love George
Lots,
Carlin back in the
lots.
day. I thought he was really smart. I love comedians who are super smart. Like it's not
We're
just about
extreme
yeah,
comedy buffs over here. Extreme
yeah.
comedy buffs, but I'm definitely a Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he's the go-to in my book. And
I
that
like
doesn't mean these other guys aren't gut busting,
Good
fall on the
busting.
floor funny. You know
But
what I'm
as far as the people who are out, like who's out right now, I mean, I wasn't alive during Richard Pryor's
Chicago,
thing.
bro. Chicago is running comedy. Chicago runs comedy. They run the stand-up game at least.
Yeah, I
Always.
mean,
For years.
definitely some good stand-ups come out of there. I mean, I'm hanging out with stand-ups from Chicago here. People like Chris Red, Denny Love, a lot of these guys, Jay Washington, these guys who came out of Chicago, who are here right now, still doing their thing. You know what I mean? I still see
Right.
them around.
That's what's up.
That's
Shout out to
good.
them, man.
That's
Shout out Chicago comedians doing their thing. Dogs or cats?
Dogs, cats.
Hey, you never know what people. Hey, we've heard some crazy answers for that one, and we heard some crazy answers for the one where we asked you the 3 foods. We heard some crazy answers. What, man? Somebody
Yeah.
said macaroni, cheese.
They just want mac and cheese. They just
Yeah, That was it,
and
bro.
milk. They wanted some milk too. Yeah.
Probably so.
You gotta mix it with the cream. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's the last question I got. If a man walked up to you and said, I'm gonna cut off your legs, but you will be extremely rich forever and your loved ones will all live past 100 years of age. Or I can leave you with your legs and you will always be poor and your loved ones will be rich, but they won't remember you or help you. What would you choose?
Dun, dun,
All
dun.
right, get rid of my legs. I don't need these damn things.
Uh,
Job went through worse. Okay.
That was quick. You're getting rid of the legs, huh?
Hey, listen. There's people with no legs who didn't get the
Bombing.
settlement right now. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I saw a guy on Instagram driving with no arms or legs the other day. So yeah, and it was a nice car.
I mean, the thing is, do I have no legs or they don't work? Like amputated?
No, you got no legs.
no.
Past
No,
right up past the knee.
Ah, my gosh. You said past the meat. You said,
Right up past the knee, but
oh, okay.
you're
I
gonna
thought
be
you said past the meat.
extremely
I was like,
rich.
hold on.
You're gonna be extremely rich forever, and your loved ones are all gonna live past 100. You just think you can't play basketball no more.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, listen, I think also
Everybody
it would
says
suck to not be. I mean, the thing is, my loved ones would all live past 100. But do
That's
they all
deep.
deserve to live past 100?
Oh, I gotta think about that. Like, you don't
Let's
like
be honest
some
with
of
ourselves. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I
some
keep
of
my
them
legs
really,
to
you
punish you.
Remember that one time
Uncle
at
whooped me too
Christmas?
many times. He ain't gonna live.
Yeah. Auntie 99, she, baby, let him take your legs, baby. You like, no.
Nah, you
Remember
good.
that
You
one
lived a
time?
long life, Auntie. I'm sure. I'm sure the Lord is waiting for you.
Most people who say take my legs, who say, man, cut the legs off, they say I just bought some new legs, bro.
Well, that's true. You could just slap the metal ones on there. I actually know a guy with nubs. He was in the army,
I know a few guys, yeah.
and he walk around with his prosthetic joints. So
Yeah, he's killing. He
and
regular.
so he won't even know.
regular.
He does everything.
Right, he's
He
regular.
does everything. He
Got
doesn't
mics
he
on and
doesn't
everything.
consider himself disabled at all. I mean, you know what I mean?
He wear mics and everything, I'm guessing.
Yeah. He
I
walk
know.
around with the braces and everything.
I already know it.
And he has a wheelchair, but he'd rather walk around. We went to the shooting range. You know what I mean?
Right, that's what's up.
And so he's
Awesome.
so I mean, when I see him, I think to myself that, legs, or an arm or something like that. Arm would be a little harder for me because of the fingers in the hand, you know what I mean? But,
Right,
I don't need my feet to do anything extra except for carry the weight. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think for legs, they'd be easier to replace than anything else.
Okay.
Well, that was my final question. Foxy, what you got for him?
Well,
What you got?
I have one steam room question because I didn't want to bring too much steam to this room tonight.
It's all right. It's all right.
Bring the steam.
Okay. So,
I think she's a little scared. She's a little.
well,
No, it's all right. It's all right.
well, I'm sure he's not too scared. I read he's a Scorpio
I was
like
talking to you
myself.
about you.
So I know that he can take the heat.
All right, let's go.
I got it.
All right. So I know you're married.
Mhm.
Are you sucking your wife's toes?
Oh yeah.
Oh!
You don't deserve to be married. Okay.
Yes, add to the list of toe suckers. That means
What are you talking about? I wasn't even. I didn't. That's a question. You better suck them toes.
Yeah,
bro.
because some people are like, I don't take no toes. A lot of people say no, and I take no
Right.
toes, and it's disgusting. Why do I think?
all right. You gotta stick
They're
with
also
one
not bringing their
position.
partner's pleasure as well.
You gotta stick
Yeah,
with one.
exactly.
You gotta stick with one position forever. What is it?
All right, so it'd either be missionary or on the side because
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Because on the side is like it's easy because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you're tired. You know what I'm saying.
That's a tough two. That's a tough two, but you gotta pick one.
Probably missionary because you can switch positions. You didn't say top or bottom.
No. Hey,
Super
motherfuckers
smart
hate,
answers,
but
bro.
guys hate to admit that missionary wins, man, because they so caught up on wanting to do the crazy shit. They listen, missionary is everything.
here's the question,
You're looking at her. Bottom, you know what I'm saying? You're looking.
I mean, look, if you want the best bang for your buck, but you know what I'm saying. But I just thought if you reversed it, right? I know that's cowgirl, but isn't it kind of missionary too?
Oh.
Yeah.
As long as
If she's laying down,
yep.
that's kind of look. That's kind of missionary too. And that's what I'm getting missionary. You got it. I'm old basic,
Hey,
dude.
well, we do end the show with you getting to ask us each two. You ask two questions, and we both have to answer it. We do end the show like that, so it's even. We keep it even on the steam room. But okay.
One question each. Yeah.
Yep. So any more steam? You got any more steam for him? Or is he? I think he's blowing us down. He's coming with the answers.
I know. He's like, we saw.
We ain't stumped him yet.
We're on in here. This ain't steam. This is a regular conversation.
We ain't stumped him yet, man. Shit. What's up? You ain't got nothing?
All right, so let's go up a little bit.
Turn the steam up.
And I mean on the body as well. Are you eating ass?
Oh shit!
You know, I think, you know, you graze it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
You
shit!
don't
Hold
stay
on,
there,
hold
you know
on,
what I'm
hold on,
saying?
hold on. We better go to commercial.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! I told you.
Wanted to
It gets
see.
crazy in the steam room. If you just tuned in, Foxy just jumped off the building with a question. Whoa!
No. Let's just say,
let's just say
that I don't usually carry the groceries. Okay, it's not me.
Okay. All right.
But let me just say though,
Oh shit!
I'm also not opposed to anything. So anything could happen.
Okay.
Heat of the moment decisions.
All right, go one though. Go one. I got a high five her on that one. She knocked you back in the chair with that one. She got me. Shit. I hit every special effect on the. I don't think she's asked that question that direct to anybody on the interviews.
I mean,
and we had a couple, you know, free flowing people on the show, so that was kind of crazy. Wow.
I don't think we've had a Scorpio on here though. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I understand. I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
I understand a Scorpio. You take it. You take it. He can
take it.
Yeah, take
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Shout
I'm
out
not embarrassed. I didn't say anything I want.
All right, shit. She knocked me out the box. I don't know what to ask. You got something else?
All right, what you got?
What do I got?
Here.
All right. Shit. I'm stumped still from your question. Go ahead. You take over. I can't believe you asked them that. That's why you're Foxy on this team room. What you got? Come on. You got anything else in that little book you're looking in?
And you have some more steam questions, or you want me to simmer down a little bit?
No, turn it up. He's Scorpio. You got the Scorpio.
I'm all right, but you know, I probably should be winding the interview down pretty soon.
All right, let's wind it down. Oh, we got it. We finished them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it down.
All right, so I got a question about Chicago. You were in Chicago for a while. How was that? You know, people call it Chirac, and you know they deem it as this horrible, savage of a city. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it? Did you have that experience when you were in Chicago?
Yeah, you know, I definitely saw some things, and unfortunately, I've seen things out here too. So it's Chicago to me it's a place where the element of danger is always near. So you always feel like your danger close. But I think it's also in that is where people get together stronger. I just remember.
That's true.
I just remember that in the face of all that, Chicagoans got together to support each other. We're there for each other. I had moments where, you know, I was surprised. Like, you know, I lost my cell phone and then the guy ran all the way down the street to find me. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't have money to get on the bus and one of the people gave me the money for the bus and told me to pay it for it and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You walking down the street, you know, when it's cold and you don't really want to move too hard because your arm might break off because it's frozen. You know what I mean? Like, and then you see somebody else in that same moment, and even when you're both going through misery, there's always a nod. There's always like yeah, we in this together. You know what I mean? And so I feel like there was an element of danger, but we're in it together in Chicago, and I felt a sense of community that, you know, I haven't really gotten anywhere else in the world in my life. I don't find that here. Grateful for what I have here because a lot of people in Chicago have moved here. And so a lot of that community, like I'm meeting a bunch of Chicago artists tomorrow. We do Freestyle Fridays and we rap and we also talk about what's going on in our lives and we talk about the projects we're working on and stuff like that. So I mean, I still have a little bit of that Chicago community here, but I definitely found a sense of community and almost like a reason. Everybody wants to make art, but they're there for a reason because you don't go to Chicago to make art to find fame. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. People were going to Chicago to make art for the sake of the art, not to find fame. And some people found fame coming out of there, but most people aren't going to find fame coming out of there. You know what I mean? And so that I thought that was
Gotta move. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. So I thought it was a much better environment to be an artist, a much better environment. I love the street festival stuff. I love Chicago in the summertime. You know what I mean? The rent was a lot cheaper at the time. I had a studio apartment for $550. You know what I mean? Crazy. You know, and right near Wrigley Field and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, just it's Chicago to me. Like when I think of my ideal city, it's Chicago in the summertime, but that's like 3 months out of the year. So that's about it's about 3 months out of the year. Chicago, best city on earth.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Definitely.
That's so
Totally
dope.
agree 100%.
For
Downtown never gets old, man. Downtown Chicago never gets old. But man, I mean, this has been a great interview. You got any questions you want to shoot at us now? You want revenge?
Sure. Okay. When we first met, I don't remember if it was at Evil Olive or wherever it was. Might have been out and about. What was your first impression of me? Because I know I was, you know, I was around and I had done a little bit of work while I was in Chicago. Like I had done that Spike Lee film and I still was doing stand-ins. I showed up on Empire, Chicago PD and that stuff, but I wasn't, everybody in the acting realm kind of was dabbling in that kind of stuff at the time. But what did you think about, what was the impression that I gave you when you first met me?
I met a lot of people. I moved around a lot. I did music. I was putting together venues. I met a lot of fast talkers. I had learned to kind of sift through the dreams and people saying this and that. My first impression of you were with your manager. I believed everything you said. I believed you. My first impression.
I was with my manager. Where were we at?
We were at the Evil Olive.
With my manager? I wouldn't have been with my manager at Evil Olive.
Well, maybe it wasn't your manager. Maybe it wasn't your manager, but it was a white guy. He agent maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Oh, it would have probably just been my buddy Alex.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's just not my buddy. He's just a good friend.
He spoke as if, though. He spoke as if, you know, he spoke as if he worked for you or like kind of managed you. Like this guy's, you know, he's the next hottest thing. But
right. That's how he talks to people when he talks about me.
Yeah.
He talks to me like he's you know, like on the PR team.
Yeah. So we were there early before it got all the way crazy.
Right, for Porn Chicken.
Yes, we were at Porn and Chicken, Evil Olive. If you're from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out Porn and Chicken. We were at Evil Olive. We were there before it got crazy. We spoke. You told me the projects you had worked on. I looked them up on my phone a little bit. I told you I was doing music. I told you my boy was DJing here tonight.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna talk to him, right?
Yep. So you know, we ran up and down the stairs real quick, then it got packed, it got crazy in there. But we pretty much held down that little spot by the bar right there for the most part.
Right, okay.
I
remember that night now.
Yeah,
I remember that night.
You had on a black trench coat.
Yeah, that was basically my style. When I threw in a trench coat for Jingle Jangle, I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I got a collection of trench coats now.
Yeah, you had on a black trench coat, and you know, you told me, man, you told me you were flying out to, like tomorrow. You said I'm flying out like tomorrow. Like I'm celebrating though right now because I got a big role, and you know, I got an audition for something big, and I think it's gonna pop. And I said, all right, man. Well, shit, I'm gonna stay tuned. We exchanged information, and boom, you took off the next day. And then it was like I was just looking at my phone one day, and I said, holy shit, that's fucking Justin.
We from the club.
I said that's dude. What the hell? But I had no doubt. You were just chill. You weren't like, you know, you just told me and you were focused. That matter of fact, that's what it is right there. Boom. You were focused. That's what I felt like. Even in enjoyment, even enjoying yourself, you were focused. That's first impression.
That's amazing.
That's the first impression right there.
Appreciate that. All right, so now I got a question for you. You're a musical artist, right?
Yeah, I rap.
And so like you rap, like what kind of vibes is your music?
I do all type of music, basically.
We can play it.
Yeah, any type of rap. Yeah, I love to do I love to do rap with bars in it, you know, rap that makes you kind of think a little bit, raps where you can like feel it when you hear it, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Instead of melodic stuff, I'm not super into melodic rap, but I want to try it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really more into like, I like bars, but I'm not like super hardcore, but I like I said, I like to make you think, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to hear some for sure.
You want to hear something?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get into it.
Listen to my music.
Keep it rolling. If you're just tuning in, man, this is your boy Godzilla. We got Justin Michael Cornwell in the building. We still going late into the night. You still rolling with us, man. Shout out to the boy. I know.
Leave me on my whole night.
All right, here we go. So the steam room, get steam. So this is I'm gonna play some original just so they don't flag us on YouTube because I do got some hard remix stuff. I'm gonna send it to you though. All right.
Right.
I got some hard remix stuff, but they'll flag the video. So here we go. This is called Rear View. This is original. This is what else? Do I got anything else to play? Rear View? What you want me to play? Yeah, what should I play?
You don't want to play that one?
All right, I'm gonna play Rear
Okay,
View.
so the thing is, the solo songs that he has of mine is it's really inappropriate. Okay, you can't hear it.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, it's like Meg Thee Stallion them times 10,
Times 10. Yeah. What's times 10? Wow.
at least 5.
It's top secret in the vault right now because they're just not.
I don't want to
ready
scare
for it.
you away.
That's all right. I've heard worse, guaranteed.
I don't think. Yeah, but you haven't heard worse done this good with this bars so real. Make you laugh and love it and just scared. What's up? You scared?
Don't worry, don't be scared.
Just go with Rear View.
Look,
All right, I'm gonna go with Rear View right now. I've been strictly advised that this stuff is top secret, her other stuff, but it's heavy. Maybe she'll send it to you. Or you want me to play it? How about our next?
Play it.
No? Look, you gotta know when your own music makes you cringe, you know you went fucking hard.
Oh no. All right. You gotta play it now.
Okay, we're gonna get into Rear View. So okay, here we go. This is Rear View with myself and Foxy MC.
Hi.
Yeah.
There's no time to argue about time. We don't have the time.
I don't even want to hear nothing right now. I'm way too high, bitch. I can't argue. I'm way too high, bitch. Like, who are you? I'm way too high, bitch. I can't hear you. You are my rear view. Yeah, you are my rear view. 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 I'm way too high, bitch. I can't hear you. You are my rear view. You are my rear view. Some shit that I've been past. I hit that shit in 08. Some shit that I've been smashed. That's why Shorty been sad. And all of her friends mad. Got your wishes like Sinbad. And make her wanna sin bad. So I told her pray about it. I got nothing to say, I've been a different way. My fast forward to Fox. Girl was holding you back. Just look in the mirror and do it. Cause I am too high to reciprocate. I am too high to participate. And if it's an argument, it can wait.
I'm way too high. And I'm way too fly. She pop out spit in the desert. That's way too dry. If bitch, I spend my mother on the mother shit. And I'm back to dip with my other dip. Hold on trip, I take another trip. Oh, you bring my sister, said my brother did. He got my phone wildin'. So ain't no reception on the side. Bitch, I be styling. Like a nail tech. I be profiling. I can just shit off the muscle. That bitch can't copy my hustle. She wanna fight on tussle. Just get some fire to touch. Yeah. Said I am too high for this. You can't apply for this. I bought this tree back to life just like Lazarus. This shit is accurate. I'm not an activist, but I put niggas in school like accurate. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm way too high, bitch. I can't argue. I'm way too high, bitch. Like, who are you? I'm way too high, bitch. I can't hear you.
Yo, I got a big announcement before we get too deep, before the feeling passes. You have again broke the cheat code, Justin Michael Cornwell, because she said that we can play one of her joints. Now,
Let's go.
this is unheard. This is literally been heard only in our studio. Okay.
It's nice. I'm liking this.
Okay, this has only been heard in our studio. She has a certain type of album and a character that she's building.
It's a
Okay.
character,
She has a character she's building.
Okay.
It's top secret.
An
But
actress.
right now, live, we're about to play this. The world is about to
Let's
hear it.
go.
Yeah, this shit is hard, yo. This shit is real. This shit is uncut, and you're hearing it right here on the block. Let's go. This is Our Nigga by Foxy MC.
Oh shit. Let's go. I'm gonna hit the light.
That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. He say you is one and only, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. He say you is one and only, but that's our nigga. Bitch, I don't care about that ring. Bitch, that's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. And I'm the one he be texting when he in a car with. Yeah, I'm the reason he took a while to take it far with. Yeah, I'm the one you thinking about when he come. Number two, but I'm the one. Look at you, looking dumb, ain't shooting my shot. He the one with the gun on his dick, I'm a hum. Ever seen a nigga run? Told me he tired of your son. You don't be doing your hair. Bitch, he so tired of your buns. He like his dick in my buns. He give me all of your funds. Never be fucking him better than fun. Cause nobody knows. We do this right under your nose. Not till his ass never knows. We gotta share our suppose. I like the day he proposed. He was just sucking my toes. He was just holding my ass. Never be on the ass. On my junk shit, I propose. The toes, hop on this shit, then dry the bone. Yeah. I said, hop on this shit, then dry the bone.
World premiere.
That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga.
Hey.
Bitch, that's our nigga. He say you is one and only, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. He say you is one and only, but that's our nigga. Bitch, he always tell you that he with the guys, but on the low, short be in his thighs. Yeah. He always tell you that he playing ball, but on the low, shorty be in his drawers. Yeah. When he with you be driving them nuts. So when he with me, I massage his balls. Yeah. You be blowing this phone up. When he with you, I ignore his calls. He was my nigga first. He sold me a purse. And he told me you a nurse. He would just at my house. He would just eat me out. You shouldn't see his mouth. You busy cooking his meals. You busy paying his bills. I'm busy riding his dick. I'm busy getting them thrills. My nigga, that nigga chill. I got him head over heels. And I always choose head over heels. That nigga got me for real. Yeah. I said, yo, nigga got me for real. He fucking wrong, well, you no rubber. Nah. But I make sure he home for supper. Yeah. Gotta make sure he come home and you and the kid and get some good in his belly. Cause he just put some good in my belly. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga.
Oh, she looks so cute.
That's our nigga.
Live.
Say you is one and only, but that's our nigga. That's our nigga. Bitch, that's our nigga. You thinking that y'all happy, but that's our nigga.
Yo.
He said you is one and only, but that's our nigga. Bitch.
Yo.
There you go.
Only here on Block 1000.
I was
World
raw.
premiere. Justin was in the building,
Raw.
and we had to drop some.
Hey, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for
Nothing like
sharing.
it, man. Nothing like it. Megan times 10. She said it. And how many holy shit moments are in that song?
I mean, she was just dropping them. She knew what she was doing. Knew what she was doing. All right, y'all.
Okay.
All right,
Where we
man.
at?
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Please let us know what we got coming up real quick for you get out of here. I know we got the Umbrella Academy, June 22nd.
Umbrella Academy
What we got?
dropping June 22nd on Netflix. Go ahead and check that out when it drops. It'll be all 10 episodes. Enjoy it, you know, and then move on with your life. But then, you know, I got Habit coming out at some point next year, hopefully early in the year. And then, you know, we working on different projects. We working on comic books, and we're doing a lot of stuff. We're streaming on Twitch at Justin Jangle on Twitch. You can go and see some of my live drawings and hang out with me if you like to see a dude draw for hours, or maybe just put it on the background. And I answer a lot of questions over there just from people in the chat. So you know that's what you can catch me doing on a day to day, or just hanging around. But you know, it's the game. So I could be doing something else. I don't even know what tomorrow. I could be halfway
Right.
around the
Yeah.
world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
every day's an adventure.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's amazing, man. And we look forward to it. I'll be watching. I hope you guys will be watching. Get to Netflix and watch that when it drops June 22nd.
Absolutely.
Hey, also go to YouTube. All you gotta do is look up Justin Michael Cornwell to enjoy his music. He's got some great music on there. The guy's an artist. Look forward to some animation and all types. He does voiceovers. This guy's crazy. So you know what I'm saying? Get ready for that, man. I'm looking forward to more from you, Justin. And again, we can't express how gracious we are for you coming and joining us on here, man. And you know I talked to you on the phone about doing some music and dropping verses on your songs. So we definitely want to do any type of musical, you know, mix up. We could do with Foxy, as you can see,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
nuts. So I think you guys would make some crazy nutcase music, man.
All right.
So,
What's she shaking her head? What's that?
Okay, so
You don't want to do so too crazy.
Okay.
We could do something tight. We'll do something good
Yeah,
if we
for
get in
sure.
there.
all right,
Yeah.
man, that sounds good, man. We appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you. Hey, we
Thanks for having me,
rooting for
man.
you. We here, and you got
Yes,
a
we
team. You got a
appreciate you
team right
so
here,
very
Block 1000,
much.
man. You got a team right here with us, bro. Anything
Appreciate you,
need,
man.
You let us know, brother, and we here for it. And God bless. Stay blessed, Foxy.
Yes, God bless. Thank you so
Thank you so much, man. It was a
We
blessing. I
appreciate
think you gotta make me the host again. You gotta click on my picture in the right corner and
Let me see here.
yeah, in that little right corner, it'll say make me the host.
Click on your picture. Make host.
Thank you so much, man, for
There
having
you
us on
go.
the show.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much,
having me.
man.
This has been fun.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man. It was fun, man. I
Y'all
appreciate
had
you.
me. What are you talking
Yeah, I know. I just
You're hosting.
about? Oh no, I gave it back to him.
Okay,
cool.
okay, so
All
now
right.
flip it.
All right, man. Thank you again, man. We're here though. We'll be sharing this, everybody. And thank y'all for watching. Whoever's watching out there, glad I could bring you this gentleman, man. You're a gentleman, a scholar, a real
too, sir.
actor, a real classic guy.
And you as
We
well.
look forward to watching you rise further, and maybe we can do this again in the future, brother.
For
Yeah,
sure.
man, for sure, man. Thanks for having me again. Both
Thank
of
you,
you guys.
brother. All right, peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Yo, that was a great interview.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
If you tuned into the block, that was Justin Michael Cornwell, Hollywood sensation, coming straight out the mud. It was great to learn some of his story. So much I wanted to ask that I
Yeah.
feel like I didn't get out, but so
Yeah.
much we did ask.
Yeah.
So that was great, man. I look forward to checking it. Make sure you guys check him out. Netflix, June 22nd. Umbrella Academy is going down. So, phew, so good to be back in the steam room.
It did.
For real.
It didn't get as steamy as it usually do, but
It
got
one
pretty steamy.
question and the steam
Mhm.
started coming out of the damn walls. What are you talking about?
yeah,
But shout out for that. Shout out for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got him.
Shout out for
You
that.
got him,
Yeah,
guys.
she got him. Shout out Justin if you're still watching. She got you.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a great time.
I
I
did have a
definitely
great
missed
time.
you guys. I had an amazing time.
I
We've been
did.
super busy. It's crazy that we even got this done tonight. I don't even understand.
Yes.
I have an amazing co-host. He's been rocking and getting it done, doing crazy things. We got a lot of things coming up for you guys. Get ready. May 28th. It's going down.
Yeah, if you're in the Danville, Champaign, Tilton, Westville, what else? Terre Haute, Indiana, anywhere in the area is going down real big at the Days Inn Hotel, 77 North Gilbert. We got an all-day music fest, food, games, fun. Come on out. It's gonna be crazy, stupid fun. So much love. Great interview, man. I really had so much fun with y'all. I really want to give y'all one prank call before I get out of here.
Oh,
I don't want to give them just
the prank
one,
call time.
just one. But you know what? I gotta talk about something. You know, like I gotta talk about like, yo, it was crazy interview, but then like, how do we get the pleasure and the graciousness of getting to hear a world premiere Foxy MC joint on the same night we get Justin Michael Cornwell all on Block 1000? How does that happen? Live. None of this is rehearsed. None of this is made up. None of this was, no, nothing behind the scenes. It's all right here in your face. I know I play music all day, but you know when the steam room goes live, we go live, baby.
Period.
So if you missed it, if you're just tuning in, you can catch the show later on. We will upload it. We'll let you know where you can find it. It'll be on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you can find it. Also, we'll play it on the station again for you guys, and then you can watch the video on our website because we'll post that up on the front page. I think I want to get into my prank call for y'all, man. I think it's prank call time in the steam room.
Hey.
Oh no,
Hey.
it just might be prank call time on the steam room. Who knows? How about somebody send me somebody to prank, or you got somebody? You got a victim?
Let's see.
Who got a victim? Who got a victim? Hey, prank call time on the steam room. Prank call time on the steam room. Prank call time on the steam room. It's 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 prank call time on the steam room. I'ma call your mama. I'ma call your daddy. I'ma call your sister. Yeah, I'ma call your mammy. Cause it's prank call time on the steam room. 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 I'ma call them up later on night. I'ma call your phone. I'ma wake you up like, hello, I'm outside. Did you order a pizza? Use your visa. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, prank call time on the steam room. Prank call time on the steam room. Prank call time on the steam room. Who we got? We got a victim coming out. Phone lines are open right now. If you tuning in right now and you're in the Danville, Champaign, Vermilion County area, we're gonna give away $15 in gross burgers. Yep, that's right. $15 gross burger. You know what you can eat with that. And you know it's the best burger in town. So we're giving it away. Phone lines are open 708-320-1735. 708-320-1735. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Go ahead, call in. Third caller wins. Call in. And we're gonna do a Cash App giveaway. Okay. Third caller wins gross burgers. The 10th caller, we're gonna give you $25. That's right. Phone lines are open. Call in 708-320-1735. We're gonna give you $25 if you call in right now. But first we're gonna get us a prank call victim. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got?
I'm gonna call my best friend
All right.
because she's really watching. Since she's not, so you prank.
Oh, that's what happens, best friend. You should have been watching. If best friend's not watching, she's about to get pranked. Hope you're watching, best friend. All right, phone lines are closed for just a second, guys.
Yeah,
If you're tuning in, because jumping into a prank here.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? You gonna come out?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? Why don't you come outside tonight? Hello?
What?
What's up? I said, why don't you come outside tonight? You ain't called me back.
What?
This the nigga that was in your inbox.
What?
Dude that was in your inbox that you be ignoring.
Whoever this is, stop playing on my motherfucker.
This wrong.
This who?
Wrong.
Who the fuck is wrong?
Romy wrong. You know Romy wrong, home. I just got out of jail. You acting like you don't know me no more. We gonna call her back. We gonna call her back. What's her name?
Day Day. You funny.
Day, don't hang up on me like that.
What?
Don't hang up on me like that, Day. All I'm asking is for
Who
some-
is this?
man, look, I just got out. I need some clothes and some shoes. That's all I'm asking, and I'm gonna leave you alone.
Who is this?
You said you was gonna write me. You just completely erased the nigga out your mind, huh? Remember you said you was gonna write me?
That's it, what?
You was gonna write me a long time ago. That don't jog your memory? You had said you was gonna write me.
No, it don't.
I was locked up. You said I'm gonna write you. You never wrote me.
Who? Who is this?
Gerald.
Who?
Gerald. Is this Day?
Yeah.
This Gerald.
Who the fuck is Gerald?
Who the fuck is Day?
Why are you playing on my phone?
Listen, I'm not playing. I need some shoes, some clothes real quick. Hook me up. I need 200-300. I'm gonna leave you alone, let you have your happy life.
Who got $200 or $300 to give me?
You ain't got 200-300?
No, can you whoever this?
You always Snapchat talking about some getting money. Always talking about some getting money. You ain't got 200-300 when a nigga come home. You big cat. Caparoni.
Can you block my number? Whoever this is, block my number.
No, I don't want to block it because you're gonna block your blessing. Don't block.
Okay, I'm
don't
gonna
block.
have-
Don't block your blessing.
know.
Baby. Don't block. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You know who told me to call you?
Who?
He's not. I'm just playing. This Block 1000 radio, and you being pranked by your best friend Matilda because she said you should be tuning into the station and you not. So you being pranked by Foxy MC and Godzilla live on Block 1000 radio. Yeah. You should have been tuning into the station and you was not. Therefore, you are tonight's victim on the steam room. So you didn't tune into the interview. Yeah. You ain't tuned into it. Yeah, you supposed to be tuning into the interview and she said, you know what, if she's not tuning, if she's tuning in, then we should be able to get her. So we got you, girl. What was you watching? What you was just laying down watching right now? Because we know what you was doing. What you was watching. Huh?
You know what?
You watching Bad Girls Club. You was watching Bad Girls Club.
What?
You want to say something? You want to say something to Foxy? She live on the air. Say something, Foxy. You over here giggling. You don't want to got our prank.
Since you got me tonight, you got it. You won. You won tonight. I can't do nothing to go to sleep. I can't do nothing to go to sleep after this call.
Well, what's your favorite new station?
Girl, I was just cracking up. I could not help but to freaking laugh. You got dying. You was cracking me up the way you was reacting.
What you say?
I said you had me cracking up, girl.
Yeah.
The way you was reacting.
Well, what's your favorite new station?
It's the fact that Todd said he just. I'm like, wait, what? Right? I was so confused. I can't wait to tell my mom about this situation. Y'all won tonight. Y'all got it.
All right, that's what's up. What's your favorite new station? Girl, you better say Block. That's why you missed. That's why you just missed Justin Michael Cornwell. Nah, we had him on the show. Block 1000 Radio, girl. Can we hear you say it?
Yeah, I hear you say what?
Block 1000 Radio is your favorite new station.
Block 1000 Radio is my favorite station.
All right, make it,
Yay!
bring it into existence.
Yeah. I hope y'all have a good night.
We will. I definitely will.
All right, you too. Take care. Good night.
All right. You too.
All right. That was fun. That was fun. And that was it, man. We got y'all one. We got y'all one out. We pushed y'all one out, and that is gone. We're gonna call it one tonight early. It was great. We got a big event coming up. There'll be some promo. Please make sure when you watch this, you go follow us. It's Squarebox 1000_internet_radio or Foxy, the Rich MC on Instagram. Please just support, man. You know, we trying to bring y'all something new content. I hope you enjoyed that interview. It was great. I enjoyed it.
For sure, I definitely enjoyed it.
I had to put my glasses back on after it got steamy in here.
Well,
But,
they got a little scared.
Yeah, just a little bit. But you know, I had a great night. And if you're just tuning in, you missed it. But great part about that is I'm about to get into all the new music. So stay tuned if you're listening to the station. I'm gonna make sure I keep it nice and spicy for y'all right now. Foxy, you got something?
Yeah, I just want to say, I have an amazing co-host. Thank you so much
I have an
for being
amazing
so
co-host. Thank
amazing
you.
tonight and making this stuff happen. Seriously, working very, very hard behind the scenes for you guys. So definitely thank you to my amazing co-host. That's it.
And couldn't do it without you. I got the best host, great artist. I'm so happy to be working side by side with her. But you know, we are gonna be doing more interviews. I got more coming up. We got an interview with Brianna Marie, who's also performing at our big summer fest, our summer music fest. So stay tuned. Check the Instagram for updates. Make sure you subscribe when you go to the website. Squarebox1000.com is where you need to go. Sending out much love to y'all. We're gonna end it here, but again, we'll be back in. We got a morning show that I've been telling you guys about for so long. We're gonna be working on that. So I'm gonna bring you guys a lot. We're in a new facility, a new building. We're gonna be documenting and showing you guys how we put things together in here. So for now, I'm gonna sign out. It's your boy Godzilla,
And it's your girl Foxy MC.
and that's been another episode of the Steam Room. Keep it locked on the block.
Let's go. It's the Steam Room, baby. But we always keep it 1000. You know the vibes. Turn it up. Damn.
It's your girl Foxy MC.
What we talking about today?
What we got? What we got?
It's gonna get real steamy in here.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
It's going down. Yeah.
Tara, my name's Godzilla, and you're on this Block 1000 internet radio show. This is and you did an amazing job, Tara. I just want to tell you that the name of the station is Block 1000. So then what that y'all gave me? You said you don't got pulled pork in it.
No.
You got anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
We did an interview with him and like I fucked with him. Like he do so great.
We talked about falling in love with a stripper. We
Did.
talked about sucking toes.
Mhm.
We talked about no teeth action, male and female.
You're listening to the Steam Room on Block 1000, where we always keep it 1000. It goes down every night at 9:30 p.m. with myself and my co-host Foxy MC. We've got all types of guests and special music that you can only hear here. So keep it locked on the block. It's time for the Steam Room, baby. Turn it up.
It's been another episode of the Steam
It's
Room.
the Steam Room on Block 1000. Damn.
Peace out.